bitch switch my flow up. Back in high school, they were telling me I'll blow up. Doing talent shows and man, everyone would show up. Got in an accident and still made it for them to go nuts. You know what? I'm so what? I'm so That means I can't describe the way I vibe, the way I slide. And with the rhymes that make the dimes, I'll close their eyes and fantasize. Young Divine calling their phone number. Yeah. No, you know I love you. And you know me, I can't sleep without blazing beats. On stages for their ones gracefully. And I got a smile that they hate to see. Young black successful, though life gets stressful. Though life gets stressful, go and vibe out with whoever you next to.
Vibe until the morning, sleep until the noon. You said that you want it, so I got it for you. Let's all get together and show them how we move. We move, we move. 3, 2, bringing summer to you.
Oh, ready, let's go. Cause you know how we roll. Let's take it down the world and back again. Ready, let's go. Cause you know like I know. We'll take it round and round again.
Hold up your sign though. They ain't count on that. They ain't count on that. They ain't count on that. Show what you gon' do. They don't want all that. They don't want all that.
That sounds like a pop song.
Take a dive before you dry, y'all. It's the only way to live. You can't be without it, baby. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Try before you sign off. Shit can kill the sick. Real stuff. It's the only way to live. Fancy cars and the smiles of the ocean. Purple sky, let that night come with peace. Anywhere you wanna be. Anywhere you wanna be. Yeah, yeah. Hold up your sign though. They ain't count on that. They ain't count on that. They ain't count on that. Show what you gon' do. They don't want all that. They don't want all that. They don't want all that. Pick up panel to be right on. Yeah. Cause no one really gives. Don't look back, I'll keep your eyes on. Long ago. Doesn't matter what it gon' cost. Never gave you shit. Real soul. Let it take a hit. Hey. Who's getting high on emotion? Look around. People fight all their life for some peace. Yeah. Look around. Fancy cars and the smiles of the ocean. Purple sky, let that night come with peace. Anywhere you wanna be. Anywhere you wanna be.
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
Sie sind am Zug. Wechseln Sie jetzt Ihr Internet zur Swisscom und wir schenken Ihnen ein Jahr lang das beliebteste TV der Schweiz und Netflix. Aber nur bis am 5. April.
You ready? Huh? Hey, boy, he's a good boy, huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Psst. Rejoignez maintenant Swisscom pour votre accès Internet et nous vous offrons pendant toute une année la TV préférée de Suisse et Netflix. Mais seulement jusqu'au 5 avril.
What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Hello everyone, welcome back from the winter sleep.
Oh, I was still in hibernation mode.
Yeah, hibernation mode still. We're starting a new season. Welcome to season 5 of ESL Swiss, the Swisscom Hero League with Clash Royale.
Can you believe it, man? It's already been 5 seasons now, and already look at our beautiful new layouts we got going on here.
I love the green back here.
Yeah.
It looks so great. Actually, when I was walking the way up here to the studio, I remember like the first day we went here to have a look at the studio. It's like yesterday.
Yeah, it's like
it feels like yesterday.
It's like you see a child growing up. You know, we had when it was still like a little baby in season 1 and 2, and then like kind of puberty, like I'm sure the last 2 seasons, and we had to do plenty of it from home. But now we're finally back at the studio here for season 5.
That's who we are.
Well, young and
wild.
Wild and
No,
young
no,
and wild.
Young and wild.
Okay, I can live with that, I guess. But yeah, this is of course Chief Avalon. My name is Don Vigoni, and we're so stoked to have you back here with us for Season 5 in Clash Royale. That is here of the Swisscom Hero League, powered by ESL. We're already super excited. And yeah, I already said, like, coming out a bit of hibernation mode. Clash Royale by itself is still a bit hibernating, I feel like.
A little bit. There's actually not so many changes we could talk about.
Yeah, I mean,
there's this new witch.
Yeah,
I kind of like to play the witch.
Yeah, but which one now?
What's her
which
name?
witch?
Which one?
The witch, the night witch, or the mother witch?
The witch that creates those little pigs.
Yeah, I see.
I kind of like the witch, but that's almost all that has changed.
Yeah.
There's not been many changes.
I mean, the last set of balance changes was in December, which was kind of big, with like changes to, I think, Goblin Giant, and the guards were changed a little bit, and some quality of life improvements to many cards. But ever since, like, the only thing we've seen changed was the Earthquake kind of emergency maintenance nerf.
Yeah.
Because just due to its power, we already saw that kind of coming towards us at the horizon at the end of season 4, where basically Earthquake became the best spell in the game, the best small spell, because it basically dealt the same the same tower damage as the Fireball did after like the nerfs we had somewhere in, I think, season 12, 14, around there.
Overall, I feel like the meta is in a good place now. I'm expecting to see a lot of different decks, actually.
Yeah, definitely.
By the way, don't worry, guys. We're keeping the distance here. It's always like 2 meters, probably.
Yeah, we should come
So
check.
we're all safe, of course. Don't worry.
Did you get your vaccine yet? Since you were an old man, you can feel
Not that old.
not quite 70, but close.
Not that close.
But yeah, let's actually have a look here of who will be participating and what we're gonna have for you guys tonight.
4 matches. First, we're gonna see Pot de Chef against Sailor in match number 1.
And then we have Jesus versus Toy Boy.
Amazing. Then we have our famous Senpai Wrecked against Dachim.
And last but very certainly not least, we have Semperect once again against Kefron. And gotta say, I already like our schedule here for day 1 with Pot de Chef and Sailor. We have kind of 2 of the newcomers who just entered the league last season. Then we have Jesus, kind of one of our veterans, and then Toy Boy, who kind of was the big surprise, not just because of due to our amusement about his name, which I still completely don't understand. But he already played super well, especially in the beginning. It looked a little lackluster as the season continued, but then of course Senpai Wrecked, our still undefeated champion.
Did he really win 4 seasons?
Yeah, he did.
It's crazy.
He did. Like,
crazy.
And I mean, I get the guy. He's struggling. He doesn't even have space anymore to put all the trophies.
Yeah.
So we really hope that somebody will relieve him of
We need a
all
new
this
champion.
pressure. Yeah.
Somebody has to take over here. Maybe Jesus this season.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus was very close last season.
Or dodge him this time. I mean, he had
He
he played the first flawless season in season 4. Didn't lose a single game, but in the end, even though he made it all the way to the finals, he then still lost to the hands of Senpai Wrecked, and that stage pressure really got to him there. And then Kefron, a player who has been with us for 2 seasons, if I believe. But then also we have one very promising newcomer. He won't be playing today, but it's gonna be Solag. He's a very well-known player within the Swiss Clash Royale community.
He's
and
very strong.
Yeah, he has taken down Senpai Wrecked before, and definitely someone to be feared. But let's actually have a look at our versus screen here.
And I also want to give a big compliment here to production. Look at those screens here. They really look amazing. Good job here for season 5. The guys behind the scenes, you never see them. Sometimes we hear them, but you don't see them. They really did an amazing job with those new overlays.
Definitely, I love them. But we're not actually trolling you guys with those stats. They will be updated as the season continues. But since this is day 1, there's not really any stats, so we have to start at 0 once again. But as the season continues, we can of course always then look back at some tendencies that the players have, and what kind of cards they used to play, and what kind of
very interesting graphic here, especially the average card elixir that they play. That should give us some sign what they like to play. Do they play fast decks or heavy decks? And that would be very interesting to see from next day time on.
And it's also very lovely that we actually get to see our players here with their photographs.
With the aura behind them, the yellow aura looks beautiful.
They're sparkling and shining away, and we are getting ready to get towards this first lobby here. And can have a quick look here. Oh, there we go. That's also one of our new features.
What does that say? That's a little bit small for my eyes. Number of top 4 SHL placements, 0. In SHL since season 3. Swisscom Hero League since season 3. That's Pot de Chef. So this is his 3rd season. No, 5th.
No,
3, 4, 5. Yes,
three,
third
4, 5.
season.
Yeah, not much has changed over the last season in terms of the players, and yeah, now we can also have a look at the other player here, which is gonna be Sailor.
Also 0 placements in top 4 yet, but we've seen some great matches of him.
Yeah,
and
some great cameras, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Like his outdoor cameras, action cams we've had during his games were certainly always fantastic to look at.
And he's in Swisscom Hero League since season 2, so he's a veteran.
Yeah, kind of. And even though like both of these players have not finished within the top 4, one thing we gotta point out, I mean, they've always managed to stay in the league. They've never been relegated.
Yes.
They have had to play relegation matches but never lost them, and therefore continued their stay here in the Swisscom Hero League, powered by ESL.
Almost like us. We've been here for all the seasons.
Yeah, definitely. So
but I think we wouldn't make it playing, just talking.
Like that. Speak for yourself, old man.
Yeah, I know.
My Clash Royale gameplay is certainly on point these days.
You're not gonna make me tease you this season.
Okay.
I'm gonna be very nice with you this season.
What's your
no teasing at all.
Yeah, you're gonna be careful
but
not
that
to eat
that
your
one
own
was
words.
already hard.
Okay.
I already had.
I can tell. We're already up here for
Let's go.
game number 1. Jumping into the game here between Podechef and Sailor. And Podechef is gonna be starting out with.
And he's got those beautiful towers up there. Beautiful tower skin.
Yeah, there have been many releases ever since he started out with the bandit here. That's cool.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, there we go.
There's a flying machine. I love the flying machine. Still a very strong weapon.
There we go, and there's the log to take out that Ewis. I suppose that Podechef is bringing the bridge spam here on the side of
bridge
Sailor.
spam is still a thing, of course.
And on the side of Sailor, if I'm not mistaken, he really loved to bring the
There's the hawks.
There we go.
Beautiful hawks dashing their little heads into the tower.
Beautiful fireball.
Taking
you
out
hate
that,
to see that.
that archer. Beautiful.
Oh, and look at the brawler. So much damage there.
She's
onto
not
that
the
left-hand
rogue.
side.
She's the bandit.
She's definitely the bandit. I learned my lesson. And there, another round of Zappies here to perfectly take care of
The
that
Zappies.
bandit.
Yeah, Zappies are kind of back in the meta.
You think so?
They can be very annoying little Zappies.
I see them so rarely these days, I gotta be honest. But this just might be that you're playing at a lower trophy rating. And there's
You
another
think
Goblin
so?
Brawler making his way down the left-hand side. And there's gonna be the next fireball.
Beautiful
Is it in
archer.
cycle? Oh no, he's just waiting.
Flying machine going
Sides.
against that archer. And the
Sides.
poison taking it down. Archer. Yeah, Archer's strong. Actually, I'm a little bit disappointed here by Flying Machine, how fast it goes down.
Yeah, it's super squishy, but of course the DPS value of that card is
The
fantastic.
Royal Hawks and the little purple ghost.
Yeah, the Electro Spirit has certainly gained a little bit of popularity.
Oh, beautiful. Tower at 183. Almost down. Now battle
double
ram.
lane pressure here.
Battle
But a
ram.
nice cage there in the middle. Oh,
Look,
taking care
the
of
Zap
everything.
is stopping that push.
Look at this, beautifully done here, stopping that push, that counter push right in his tracks. Bit of a preemptive flying
Pinka.
machine there, but will trade his life. Oh, there
That's
it is.
a good defense here with the Royal Guard.
That's the one I was thinking about. The Royal Recruit Sailor really loved bringing those to the table. And
So there's currently really no way here, no way that Podechef would actually do damage to the tower. He's not getting through.
And there once again another battle ram here, but with the Goblin Cage.
And
Yes,
the
such a
tower's
perfect
down
answer.
with the countdown.
Look at that.
Sailor takes
Poor
the 1-0
Pekka.
lead. Nice player by Sailor.
Yeah, Sailor just in full control from the beginning.
Yeah.
He was like, okay, yeah, I see where this is going. Like from the beginning. He saw that bandit being dropped, and he knew, okay, I got so many troops here. He has the poison to answer his troop spam, but overall, that's not gonna be enough.
It was such a classical deck here with the Royal Hawks, and then also the Fireball just hits that archer perfectly.
Yeah.
And so.
And especially like the bridge spam deck is a deck that profits so much off of pressure, and if he manages to get that pressure in, and with those, like against the Royal Hawks, it really doesn't have too great
then he's got a
answers.
building, he's got the Royal Recruits, he's got the Sappies.
Yeah.
All those things are really good at stopping those fast pushes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that was really an unlucky choice here for Pot du Chef. And we're waiting for the stats.
Yeah, we also got post-game stats.
Post-game stats very soon. And I have to say, I really like this new green design here. It looks really cool.
I agree. By the way, the reason we have all these stats is since, well, Chief was old when we started, but I'm also not getting any younger as of course, the seasons continue, and since my mind capacities have dropped a little bit, I didn't want to remember all the stats anymore. But
for some
just
people,
like
we recognize the aging, but for others, we don't.
we leave the judgment of that statement to our audience, of course.
But as I said, I will be very nice this season.
Yes.
And no mean comments.
Yeah. We never did those. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah, sometimes we did. But mine, of course, were always a little bit meaner than yours.
We'll have to ask chat.
But that is actually already a mean comment, so I have to be careful here.
Well, as long like I sent you all my I can always like send my lawyers after you when I feel bullied.
Oh, I thought you sent me birthday wishes.
Yeah, I did.
I was very disappointed, by the way.
We you can spam in chat for a little bit.
That was actually 10 days ago already. So
yeah, so
it doesn't count anymore.
In Twitch chat,
I'm still very disappointed that you forgot my birthday.
I didn't know.
From everyone out there, you. I thought you would think of it, but you
when
forgot
is my
birthday. I have no clue.
Busted. I got you. But that's okay. Like, better late than never. Like I knew that you have.
I think your birthday is somewhere in summer, isn't it?
No.
In autumn, winter, spring. Then.
In autumn.
Well,
it's 25% chance each time.
With your birthday, actually, it's very easy because I will just check social media, and when the first people start congratulating you, I will do the same.
I see.
But I think you saw it and still didn't do it.
I don't have you on Facebook though. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
And you know, I never really get the people. There are always these people who like congratulate each other on Instagram. Then they upload like photos of themselves with the person that has their birthday, and it's like, oh, congratulations, and I don't get it.
I actually uploaded a birthday a dessert.
Ooh.
On Instagram.
What did you have?
A chocolate dessert.
Ooh.
You would have loved the dessert. I wouldn't have shared, of course, but you would have loved it.
I would have, like for Wednesday, I could make you a cake actually. I should do that.
A piece of cake.
Yeah, no, not a piece of like
a real cake, a birthday cake.
Yes.
With at least 30 candles.
Yeah.
But you know, you have to know my preferences. Then my preference is actually chocolate cake.
Chocolate cake.
Yeah.
Okay.
The more chocolate, the better.
Do you like these kind of cakes, like the high ones, or like or like the Italian kind of style ones? You know, which are round and then they like collapse and they're super dense, but very chocolatey.
Yeah, that sounds good actually.
Yeah.
Chocolate dense. That sounds good.
Yeah, like super.
Like yeah. Once in the US, I had a special chocolate cake with 7 layers of chocolate and all of them very heavy.
Ooh.
That's my kind of chocolate cake.
Yeah, I see. But yeah, enough of the dessert. We're actually still up for our second course here, and that's game number 2 between.
We're trying to make everyone hungry.
Yeah. like right now, we should ask like our production here to maybe get us some cake and coffee.
Yeah,
and then
maybe
we can
get us
have
some
like
coffee,
a nice chat.
some chocolate cake.
Yeah, that would be lovely. That would be lovely. Just two old men rambling.
You know,
about
I'm actually not a dessert guy except
No?
for chocolate.
Okay. Chocolate or chocolate cake specifically?
Cakes and chocolates.
There we go.
Let's go.
Let's get that cake here in game. Or by the way, we haven't had the chance yet to talk about the bans. It has been the balloon here banned out for Sailor, and Chef who decided to ban the Fisherman.
And actually very beautiful. We also see the players here. We see the stress they have.
Yeah.
And I love the green screen that Sailor used there. Looks really nice.
Yeah, he has his team's logo there in the background. Of course, with everyone being in home office for quite a considerable amount of time, everybody has
A green
freshened
screen.
up their backgrounds, and
Okay.
you don't even need a green screen
Since
these
everybody's
days.
at home, everybody's getting a green screen nowadays.
Yeah. Do you use like when you have Zoom calls? Do you use like your full streamer setup
Yeah.
and flex
usually.
on people?
No, I don't flex, but I just have the green screen behind.
Okay.
So because I don't want to remove it just for the phone call.
Understandable. And yet again, it
There's
looks
the
like
Royal
we have
Hawks.
a back-to-back
Again.
game here, but it
Again.
looks a bit different here for Chef this time with
But
the
again,
Ram Rider.
Chef tries the bridge spam and fails against the building there, and
Yep.
Sailor with his bridge spam Royal Hawks.
And
more
this time
successful.
without the version without the P.E.K.K.A, but with the Ram Rider instead. But it seems to pan out quite similarly as the last game here between those two, as there's
rough
another flying
start.
machine now.
Flying machine crossing the bridge, going to the tower.
Does not make a
The
connection there,
bandit.
but
Yeah,
he
again,
takes a bit
see
of damage.
Zappis? Zappis very good
looks so
against
strong.
bridge spam.
You rarely see those
That's
these
true.
days, but Sailor makes them look super strong
Except
here.
for tournaments, you see them. Not on ladder, I guess.
True.
Hardly ever on ladder.
I think it's one of those
This is the
cards
Royal
that
Hawk.
are just strong on that level 9 kind of, and there's the Mega Knight here.
Oh,
I like the tech here.
Mega Knight is actually a very good counter against Royal Hawk.
Yeah, definitely is. But there's the counter.
Counter.
With those Royal recruits here
And
once
then the
again.
counter with the flying machine.
And the flying machine is just nearly full health. Still,
beautiful
gets knocked towards
snowball.
the tower there. He gets a
Yeah,
connection, two hits
shots.
there. And only 1300 HP remaining on that left-hand tower there.
Ram Rider beautifully stopped.
I like Chef using his poison here
Now,
much more.
does he have the
aggressively.
Mega Knight ready?
There
Yeah.
it is, once again, but nice adaptation here from Sailor to split them.
That was a good idea to split, to actually make that Mega Knight useless here in this attack.
And yet another round of Royal recruits here against that Mega Knight and the Bandit there. And the, look at that flying
He's got
machine,
so
much value.
so much defense here against Bridge Spam.
Oh, and then again,
Bandit
piece.
getting electroshocked.
And there's another Mega Knight.
Royal
Oh,
Hawks
there it
getting
is.
Mega Knighted.
Does he get
Yeah,
a
see.
connection? No, it doesn't
Beautiful,
reach the
beautiful
tower.
count. He should have split the
Yeah,
Hawks again.
Definitely. I don't know why he chose against
That.
And there, now, oh look, Zappies once more here.
Nice.
Stopping that Ram
Yeah.
Rider. Oh, there.
Podo
Finally
Chef
gets the connection.
hitting the tower.
But 1100, 900
Triple
HP just
digits.
remaining.
Just a few more pushes here for Podo Chef, and he's gonna get that
Oh,
tower.
And now once again here, he goes with the
All
full
in.
flock here.
Hog in, all bacon in.
All the bacon. And there's
Ram
another
Rider.
Ram Rider now.
Oh, that one goes for the tower, the Mega Knight.
I think this is fine here if you are Sailor. You can sacrifice some HP here. Now he has the
needs
counter
to push. Split the Hogs.
Split
No,
the Hawks here.
doesn't.
Very good bar barrel there coming down. And now,
Two
milk
flying
as much
machines.
value out of
Two
those
flying machines
He
crossing
doesn't
the
have
river,
defense against
hitting
them.
the tower.
A lot of
930.
damage there, and now
There's
the big
split.
push. Look at the left-hand side. Look at the left-hand side.
Oh,
There
big
is-
push on
that's
the
gonna
left hand
be-
side.
That might just be the
Fireball.
game here. 700. Oh, beautiful defense.
Very
there by
close. 20
for the
seconds
chef.
left. We're gonna see.
722.
Oh, and the flying machine connects.
Oh my
The
gosh.
flying machine. Ah, that was super
Doesn't get
close.
another hit, but 140.
10
That's
seconds.
one more poison.
98.
Has to go all in
The
here.
bottom left tower is almost destroyed.
Oh, there's another log.
And
There's
the
the fireball.
fireball.
And Sailor taking it here.
Woo!
That got pretty intense.
That was
I'm starting to
stressful.
sweat. Yeah.
Again, yeah, we can see the lake down here. Yeah,
We
wow.
were like, in
That
the
was
beginning,
intense.
it was like, okay, this is just gonna be a
Super
repeat
close.
here from the first game.
It looked like we're gonna see a tiebreaker, but then
Yep. But
Very
Chef,
close.
I loved how he adapted. Like in the first, it really looked like, okay, he still wants to play bridge spam, and then I was in the beginning, I was like, okay, he didn't learn anything, that this matchup seems really bad, and he realized that's once again, okay, this is the same.
he
matchup.
almost made it.
Yeah, but he
Very
played
close.
it out perfectly. He cycled a lot more aggressively. He realized, okay, the P.E.K.K.A. is just too heavy of a card and is really bad against that spam.
But also
that
Sailor
spam of
adapted
troops.
very nicely when he saw that Mega Knight. He started to split the Hawks, and that was
But
really
I didn't
smart
get
move.
why he then suddenly he stopped
Yeah.
splitting them, especially when pushing on the left hand
Maybe-
side, because he was down in damage there.
Maybe he
pretty soon.
panicked a little bit
Yeah,
and
could-
tried to push.
Or just wanted to like keep on trading, you know. It's like 5 elixir for those Royal Hawks, and the Mega Knight costs 7. So you want to draw elixir out and then make him push, and then just get a lot of value out of that combination between like we saw it times and times again, the Goblin Cage plus the flying machine absorbing so much damage and killing all these troops, and then building that counter push with the Royal
Probably.
recruits.
Very nice, Sheldon. Very nice.
Is that gonna be my nickname now? I hope not.
I like Sheldon.
What's yours then?
I don't know.
We have to find one for you too. The Alpöhi. Well, you shaved your beard, so it's not.
Yeah, it's not working.
Yeah, but you know, it's
Yeah,
like
Alpöhi.
it's like in Heidi. Like
But be careful.
Like I'm Heidi and you're the grandfather.
You remember that chocolate commercial guy?
Yeah.
I don't know his name anymore. What was his name? The old man in the chocolate commercial. We can't say the name of the chocolate or the brand of the chocolate, where he always said so, like, yeah, but be careful. Here in the mountains, we know good chocolate.
That must have been
Okay.
before my time.
I'll tell you in the break.
That's fine. That's fine. We're gearing up for game number 3 here already.
That's crazy.
Potential first match point.
That
here
was a
of season
crazy
5.
match. Wow.
It was really intense.
It's been like the last finale where I saw you that excited.
I'm just glad to be back here. You know,
Yeah,
it's like
we can tell.
yeah, it's been rough. Like I was like wanting to get out of the house like ever since, I don't know, Christmas.
That's
And,
true though. Yeah, it was kind of weird leaving the house.
Yeah, true.
It felt weird.
Yeah, that's like the big advantage you have as a gamer in these times. I always wonder, what do other people do when they're stuck at home?
I think they watch Netflix and
Yeah.
But
Or like a lot of people actually started playing video games too, and then they're suddenly like, okay, I started playing.
we're in the
this
next
game.
match. But you're right. It was actually weird to go to the train station, jump the train, and travel.
Jump
that was
the train.
Jump
This
into
is not a Western, my friend.
jump into the train. It was a weird feeling, actually.
Yeah, I can imagine. And once again here, it seems like a repeat of
Yeah.
that match.
Looks like Sailor plays what worked.
Yeah, I mean,
And put the
Everything
chef here with
working
the
so
Ram
far.
Rider.
good like good adaptation. He plays it, knowing that the Goblin Cage is out of cycle, but once again the Sappies taking great care here of that push.
Yeah, see?
Oh,
Zappis.
see now even more adaptation here coming out.
Oh, that
from
one
the chef.
nice.
I love it.
Oh, that's gonna be difficult because that's a good Royal Hawk counter.
Like the last game, He threw out the P.E.K.K.A. He took in the Ram Rider. He knew, okay, much more value with that card. He started using the poison a lot more proactively on these spam troops, and now he even brings the bomb tower.
I think bomb tower is actually the better choice than the Mega Knight.
I gotta agree with
It
that.
should counter those Royal Hawks pretty good.
Yeah, it just pulls them together in the middle.
Ram Rider. I love the Ram Rider just because of his name. It's such a great name. Ram Rider.
I will always. It's a her, isn't it?
I don't know.
I think it's a she. As far as
Does
I
it
know.
matter?
No, not really. I'll always remember the Ram Rider because when I started casting Clash Royale and playing Clash Royale at the beginning of Season 1, that was the card that was just released.
Yeah, that's true. The Ram Rider, I remember.
And it was so controversial, and a beautiful defense here coming out from Podeshev.
I'm actually not even
Oh,
sure.
that Electro Spirit completely messing up his defense there.
Uh-oh.
He was already jumping and then the
Beautiful
retargeted
Mega Knight.
to that Electro Spirit and takes that tower down all the way to 1100 HP. And with the poison now, he gets even more value. Sailor even plays.
That looks good for Podeshev.
Even plays the Sappies in there.
Flying machine. Actually,
No,
the
now
flying
another bomb
machine
tower.
was not so much value so far.
Oh,
but
look at
now
this
against
defense.
bomb tower.
This is just disgusting. What we're seeing out of Podeshev. Small shout out here to the E-Spirit. Also one of the newest additions, and I'd argue one of the more successful ones, since
The blue
Electro
E-Spirit.
Giant, and the Mother Witch we don't really see too much in any competitively viable decks. But the E-Spirit kind of replaced the Heal Spirit.
800. It looks like we're gonna see. By the way, if you don't know, we're playing best of 5.
Yes.
So if Podeshev wins this one, we're gonna have another match. And for Sailor, it's match
Just
point.
so mean. Oh, but he gets the connection there with the flying machine on that left-hand tower.
Ram
But a nice
Rider.
reset there with the snowball. Another
Ram Rider.
Goblin Cage
It's
will go down.
Not gonna connect.
Makes him use the
Yeah, but
lock
that's
there
hard.
though, and now another poison. He can just poison cycle him at this
Yes.
point, I believe.
I think after this, Sailor will have to think about changing the deck.
Yes, I think so too.
There's the
He
Hawks,
has,
but
he has
that's-
been properly analyzed here.
Yeah, I mean, he played the same deck twice. Now he's facing the full counter to his deck.
And there the Mega Knight just jumps and jumps and jumps. There's another Ram Rider now. Charging
Nice
forward.
defense.
But he gets taken out. time
Yeah,
and
he
time
can
again.
just
Those
poison
Royal
cycle
recruits.
him. 1 minute is enough for 3 poisons.
Sailor just makes these Royal recruits
Oh, look at the
so,
bomb.
so strong. And there's the Fireball now. He wants to start Fireball cycling him here. Now he
That's
gets the
a long
counter push
way.
on the right-hand side. 40
Flying
seconds
machine
remaining.
does connect.
Just one hit there from the Flying Machine.
There's the poison.
Another poison to everything.
Ram Rider doesn't make it there.
Slowly chipping away. I believe that's 2 more
Yeah,
poisons
the
there
Royal
needed
Hawks
on the left.
just
Oh,
going
look at that
down.
defense.
No
Very
way.
well done.
I mean, Podeshev, he can just play it until the tiebreaker now.
Yeah, I think he can, but he has to be so careful of those flying
the next
machines because
round
they're
of
doing
Royal
so
Hawk.
much damage. And
Oh!
look at this! But there's another fireball.
Yeah, nice one there on the
Mega
top.
Knight.
Ah.
So much damage there. But on the right hand side, he snuck through. There's another. Oh,
And there's
another
a
flying machine.
tiebreaker, and that's a win for Podeshev.
Finally,
which makes
he
it
makes
2-1.
But look in the end, it has been so clutch. Just 554 HP remaining on the left hand side. So even when Sailor knew,
Very
okay,
close.
I've basically been countered at this
Yeah.
point. He does have
But I
the Mega
mean-
Knight, he does have the Bomb Tower, but he still keeps pressuring and he keeps leveraging every single inch that he has.
That was actually really good played.
Yeah.
Because he's really
Yeah,
playing
absolutely.
against the counter deck for his deck, and he still almost won.
Absolutely.
But now he probably really has to think about changing the deck. Now the mind games start. Should
Yeah.
he change or should he keep the deck?
Yeah, because like the first 2 times, like the first game, he was just had the advantageous matchup. Then Podeshev, he changed his deck. He made it really close, and now he adapted even more, and now he won. So it's now like on Sailor to adapt. Will
I
he
think
just try again?
Podeshev
And
playing those mind games here, I think Podeshev will stay with that counter deck
Yeah.
because he feels like Sailor will play the same Royal Hawks again. And the other hand, I think Sailor actually has to switch decks
I think so too.
because he would just lose his lead if he faces the same deck again.
Yeah, yeah. If
With
it,
big
if it pans out
likelihood.
that way again, I mean, with I think that the first bomb tower he didn't really anticipate. He got punished there quite hard. I think what actually would be fantastic in Bodeshev's deck would be the fireball. If he like analyzed Sailor a little bit, he really loves Flying Machine. Flying Machine, I think, is one of the cards that we see him run so much, and that just gets completely countered by a fireball because you just can nuke that
I'm
out
really
of the way.
curious.
And yeah, it's even not bad. It's even a great card against. It's
I
good against Royal Hawks. It's good against the Royal Recruits even because it drops all their shields, and then they are really squishy.
I think for Sailor it would be a good thing to just switch it up completely and try something new where Podeshev is not prepared for, and then take chances.
Yeah, I mean here, for example, something like a Lava Hound here, a really air-heavy deck would be super strong.
I mean, he's got the 2-1 lead. He can take that chance, and if Podeshev is not prepared for something else, that's his point.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, just something like a Lava Hound, Lava Clone even here would be.
I love Lava Hound.
I gotta
but
admit something.
It's not that strong anymore, is it?
It is.
On ladder.
Lava Hound is really strong at the moment. Actually.
Really?
Yeah, I play a lot of it actually at the moment.
But on ladder?
Yes, on ladder. Even you see, like I play still like the heavy version with like skeleton dragons and the barbs, goblin cage and the miner. The miner is a great card actually in that deck because if you time it properly, you can deploy it at the tower once the Lava Hound pops.
Yeah.
And then.
So we're getting ready for match number 4.
And jumping into
yeah,
the game
there was a time when Lava Hound was like really super strong.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, we have a little technical problem here, so we will just keep talking about Lava Hound decks.
Yes.
Remember the time when Lava Hound was so strong, especially Lava Hound Clone, Miner, those kind of things, and at one time even Lava Hound Balloon was the deck to go. It was unstoppable. Just place a Lava Hound at the bridge, a balloon behind, and it was unstoppable.
Yeah, it can be very strong indeed.
Good old times.
I gotta say, I still personally don't. I just don't like clone decks.
Clone.
I just don't like clone.
I think Clone is spectacular.
Clone is very spectacular, but it's so like coming from a kind of card game background. Clone for me is the definition of a win more card. So if you already have an advantage, you like completely bury your opponent.
Yes, that's the point of the clone deck.
But if like the better your opponent gets or is like in terms of his like basic skill set, the less likely you are to make clone really work. So that's my personal.
Yeah, it's kind of true. I mean, clone is basically just to enforce the advantage that you have, depending on the situation, and it's keeping that constant pressure on your opponent to be ready to defend, just in case there was a clone deck.
Yes. Yeah.
So he has to play very defensive, and just one mistake, he will be overrun by the clone deck. That's
absolutely
kind of the thing.
Yeah.
But that's why we love it. That's why I love Beatdown, because we want spectacular 3-crown decks.
True that. The Lava Hand deck is actually also pretty good for that. I get so many 3 crowns with that deck.
Yeah.
It's pretty incredible.
Only with Beatdown you get 3 crown.
That was a good one. I gotta give you that.
So.
But I actually love how diverse currently the meta is. Like as I said, the past 3 card releases, they have been, in my opinion, a little lackluster, and there hasn't been too many changes in terms of balance, which like it hasn't been too necessary. We gotta like give Supercell that. Like the game seems in a pretty healthy state. You can pretty much play everything.
I
like
think
you can still play Three Musketeers, you can play Beatdown, you can play Lava Hand, you can play Balloon Decks.
I think that's also the
play
problem.
Royal
Why the game feels some kind of stale sometimes. Because they're so afraid to change it at the moment.
Yeah, but I'm personally always of the fond opinion that change is good, and it's fine that if you have like a card
that is OP.
Or
I mean, you can still ban
game,
it if it's
yeah,
OP.
Exactly. That where there's like things that are stronger than others, because this then always like makes you adapt and makes you think outside the box. And kind of forces you.
I think they are very careful to not change the meta too much.
By the way, you were right. Sailor did switch up the deck here.
Yeah, it's the better strategy. As a strategic coach, I would have recommended him to switch here because he cannot lose when he switches.
Yeah,
he's got a 2-1 lead. He should switch.
There's the Inferno Dragon. But he will die. Oh no, he doesn't die to the bomb. I didn't know that he doesn't.
Maybe I should start strategy coaching.
Should.
For the players.
You could maybe even do that on TikTok.
Maybe.
And Sailor here with that giant skeleton
Mega Knight
card.
And actually, he was right because Podushev didn't change his deck.
Yeah.
At least not much.
And now there is another. Maybe he learned from Dutchim here, going for that giant skeleton.
Giant Skelly is still the card I like least.
Yeah, I know.
So annoying.
I think from a looks, it's very strong and annoying because that bomb does just so much damage, and you're always like creeped out, like oh my
You're
gosh.
always over defending against that guy.
Oh, and there's the graveyard plus but the poison here as an answer.
Beautiful. At least he's got the poison here to counter the graveyard.
By the way, talking about graveyard, graveyard was quite controversial.
Was
They
it?
introduced changes, I think it was back in November, so after our season already had concluded, or right before the finals, I think, where they made the spawn radius smaller, I think, or bigger? I think they made it bigger. And this led to, like, it was supposed to be a nerf.
And less random,
But it
wasn't
actually, no, it was still the same randomness, but I think the radius was bigger. It was supposed to be a nerf, but it actually turned out to be a really big buff. because the skeletons would just spawn
look
in
at
a
the
bigger
giant
area.
skelly exploding at the tower. That's painful.
Oof. And look at that, even some skellies there make it in, taking it down all the way to 890 HP. And look at the cheese freeze here.
Cheesy freezy.
Cheesy freezy coming out from Sailor here. Has a big damage.
Yeah, that looks really strong here for Sailor.
The dark.
But I mean, he has the
Gets
bomb tower.
through.
That should help him defend against graveyard.
It does. There is the
And
next
the
Mega
poison.
Knight coming down now.
Nice
But he has
Evis.
the reset. With the Evis, that's gonna be
But the giant scale is gonna stop it anyways. Ram Rider.
trade so beautifully here. Oh, and another defensive freeze here used by Sailor. So he is under quite a bit of pressure.
All it takes to win here is a graveyard freeze on that tower.
That is very true. But I
Now
think
the giant skelly.
it's really hard to tell here. I think Sailor played it super well, so he could actually afford these defensive freezes here.
Podushev now very defensive. He has to. There's the graveyard.
But even with the
Poison.
freeze, like as long as Podushev has that poison, but there the
Oh,
Dark Prince
the
makes
Dark
it
Prince!
through and
And
takes
another
down
hit, and then there's the tower for
the BM
Sailor.
freeze, and that's the 3-for-1 here.
That concludes our first match here with a first winner of season 5.
It's
Sailor.
He's back. He's
Sail, Sailor. Amazing! We have our first winner.
yeah,
Sailor.
we do indeed. It's not me, definitely not.
It's you, it's all you. Sail, Sailor 1.
All right. Yes.
Alrighty
we
then.
have the first
Alrighty.
winner of season 5 here in Clash Royale. I really loved how Sailor here adapted to it. He didn't like fully went for like that air deck, but he realized, okay, graveyard here is supposedly
I think he
very
listened
strong.
to us and our strategic advice in the break.
Definitely so.
That's why he switched deck.
Yeah.
And that's why he won.
And I gotta commend Sailor for his defensive freeze usage, because it's one of the cards that can seem so body useless if like exactly in that scenario you're playing graveyard freeze and your opponent has a poison and you want to freeze the tower, but you're gonna be just gonna be down 5 elixir. If you do that, him using it defensively here in the kind of scenarios where Podeshev actually managed to muster a counter push and then taking out those troops on the
here
return.
is the interesting question. Shouldn't freeze actually cancel the poison?
No. No. Never ever. I don't want to see freeze. Like
that would be interesting.
I think freeze is also one of those cards
that does damage too, really?
Yeah, but just a little bit.
A little bit.
But you take out like skeletons, spear gobs I think also die, and
skellies die to
freeze. And bats do also die to it.
That's good. I mean, bats shouldn't live when they freeze.
Yeah, I mean they just freeze in the air and fall down on the ground and splatter in all kinds of pieces.
Yes, we're gonna see some game stats. I'm really hyped for those. Let's see the stats. Okay,
and there we go.
What's that? What is that telling us?
So
played troops first of all. Let me try to analyze here Podeshev and then I'll give you Sailor. Podeshev played. He leaked 5.4 elixir. Okay. And he used more troops than spells and buildings, which looks fair actually. Okay, that was the first match.
Okay. We're just gonna we're switching through a little fast here. This is the last matchup that we've seen here with Graveyard, Giant Skelly plus the freeze of course, and we see Sailor here. He used quite a few spells here. Podeshev, he didn't like get the chance as much. He didn't really. Like he didn't get too much value out of his spells, to be honest here.
It's also interesting that Sailor, he dropped the buildings completely in the last match.
Yeah.
And in all other matches he had that building in the barb.
True, the goblin hut.
Goblin hut, yeah.
Yeah, that's very true. I think it made sense here because if you know your opponent is likely to play a bomb tower, you're very well off if you just play strong troops or bypass that bomb tower somehow, instead of trying to like build a push against it, because bomb tower with its AoE just is so strong against like big pushes, and here you rather invest in like that continuous chip and then punishing your opponent once you're up in elixir with a graveyard, for example, and theoretically a freeze, but he didn't get the chance in this one. It was of course a bit unlucky here for Podeshev that he was running the Inferno Dragon, and Sailor had the EWIS on his side, because he couldn't, like we saw that one fight there on the right hand side where Mega Knight plus the Inferno Dragon actually just didn't stand a chance against the Giant Skelly plus the EWIS, because
I think it's actually also a very fast deck. If I calculate it correctly, it's like a 4 elixir deck that he has there.
Yeah,
so it's actually a very fast Giant Skelly deck that he played.
Yeah.
And I think we've seen that he cycled those Giant Skelly like really fast.
Yeah, and that's something like out of the playbook we saw so much past season from Dutchim, really using those giant skeletons as well, one, a big threat, because you cannot afford to let them through to your tower. We saw that once and it essentially lost Podeshev the game, because just one of it connected, and it dealt like 1,000 damage to the tower. And then on the other side, then when you're forced to defend that giant skeleton, you pile on a lot of troops, which then all die to that bomb damage, which is super punishing. So you have to be very careful how you defend that giant skeleton, and it takes quite a bit of experience. So like from experience, just drawing it to like the middle of the arena and essentially let your princesses on the towers take care of the giant skeleton, and then after the bomb is gone and after the giant skeleton is out of cycle, then you try and punish and counter push. So
overall, I feel like this was a very good start to the season because it was strategically very interesting.
Absolutely.
He was successful with the same deck 3 times and then switched, and that's how he won. And Boduchef, he adapted very nicely over the different rounds. But then in the end, I think he should have switched too.
Yeah.
I think his chances would have been better if he also switched in the last round.
Yeah. But that's like one of these kind of game theory scenarios where you're like, okay, do I switch now? Like, do I outthink? Like, I know what you're thinking, that I'm thinking, that you're thinking, that I'm thinking, kind of scenarios, and then you're suddenly like, okay, I might as well just flip a coin.
Well, on the other hand, if you have the chance that the opponent knows what you're playing and is prepared, it's probably better to switch things up.
True. It's probably
because
best
then
to switch into something that still does well or decently well, maybe not as well more against the previous thing, but is something different. So your
you can still be unlucky, of course, but you also have a chance that the opponent is not prepared.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I mean, I feel like also the previous seasons, like switching has always been a good strategy. Like players that switch their decks like every round, they did really well.
It kind of makes
if they
them
play those
unpredictable.
decks well.
Yeah.
So
this is always a quite
makes
an
them hard to
interesting thing,
predict.
especially in that kind of league scenario that we're in here, because even like after you've seen some games and you've analyzed the meta, you can really have a look. Okay, what are my opponent's tendencies? What does he like to play? What does he focus on? And how can I adapt to that? And yeah, as you said, like players who are kind of have that unpredictability, they're really hard to play against because you just don't know what's waiting around the corner.
Every match is like, am I lucky or not?
Yeah.
Do I face a counter deck or not?
Having said that though, if you're really good at one type of deck, that still has its merit, because the chances are you know very well how to play against your counter, while your opponent might not be quite as good in piloting that deck and just like picked it because it supposedly counters.
I mean, to finish this as a winner, the whole season as a winner, you have to be good at every deck archetype.
That's true.
And I feel like most of them, like Jesus and Senpai and FCN Ryzen, do you remember the guy? Yeah. They really switched up a lot of different decks. They played a lot of different decks, and they played them all well, those decks. And I think that really makes the difference.
All right, you, my friend, are gonna be liking Solag. But let's actually have a last look here at our two players. Once again, Sailor taking the first match here with a 3-1. Both of those players actually very similar here in terms
faster
of
deck won.
Yeah,
like,
but slightly faster, I guess.
Just slightly, a 3.9 compared to 4.
And so far, I'm very curious how that's going to be developing here for Sailor. He seems to really like that goblin,
it's also interesting that Sailor, he played more buildings than Poduchev, even though he didn't play buildings in the last match.
Yeah, but it's like 3/4 of the game he had. And it was really good since Poduchev was playing the bridge.
But he's got a cheaper building with that goblin tower. That was a little bit cheap. That's probably why he has more. And with the spells, Poduchev tried a little bit more spells. But overall, you can't really tell a big difference here, just from the stats.
Yeah, I think I agree.
Maybe-
especially since like differences in decks was quite big. Like the first deck wasn't really that much focusing on spells. It was more of a spam deck, if you can say it like that, with like the royal recruits and the royal hogs on top of it all. Not too many spells needed in this one, but then of course his last deck that was very spell heavy. I mean, graveyard in itself is a spell, and you usually run quite a few spells alongside with it.
I'm curious if we'll find a pattern here where the cheaper decks on average will win. I mean, it's just very small difference, 3.9 to 4, but it's on 4 matches.
Yeah.
And
I think there's a
that may make a difference.
It could be indeed interesting, because I think generally you could say that cheaper decks have a higher skill ceiling. They're harder to play generally because you just have to be faster, and you have to make, like, you really have to get the maximum out of your cards. You can't afford to just drop something build a big push in the right lane, for example, behind the goal, and then just add on top and add on top and add on top.
Yeah.
But you really have to think, okay, for example, in a Hog Rider deck.
I agree. It
play my
requires
Hog.
a lot of skill because you have to switch things up. You have to play both lanes. So.
And you have, especially defending on cheap decks can be very, very tough, because you might have just like small cards like skeletons or archers, and knowing, okay, how do I play them now? Do I use them to like also absorb the hit or take aggro from a card, or do I just play it like as a support for my tower? And
I'm
take them out?
curious if we'll see a tendency there for the cheaper decks to win.
I'm
Could be.
definitely curious.
Could be.
But with that, we're gonna be heading into our first break here of Season 5 in Clash Royale of the Swisscom Hero
And
League.
as always, don't you dare leaving. Come back after the break.
Get something nice to drink or a snack. Maybe some nice popcorn or whatever makes you feel and enjoy. Excuse me. What are words?
Entertain.
what makes you enjoy our stream even more? And we're gonna be seeing you right back after the 5 minutes.
Bye bye.
Yeah. Ay, push start, ay. Ball so hard, ay. Raise the bar, ay. Turn into a star, ay. Play my part, yeah. I aim too far. I do it big. I keep it large, okay. Live it up. This is fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. Ain't slowing down, better live it up. About too hard, ayy. What about too hard? Ayy, what about too hard? Ayy, about too hard, yeah. I'm killing your favorite rapper with minimum effort. Yeah, your corpse getting severed. The industry dry as a desert. Do whatever it is that you think that you're doing, I'm doing it better. Straight double use, that's my ladder. Don't got no snakes, only ladders, ayy. They tryna figure out what's on our plate. Infinity sideways, we already ate. Skipping this basic, skipping this classes. Stay out of trouble, now I can relate. Nevertheless, again, I'm doing great. I just finished this thing, ain't no debate. You ain't my dog, you ain't my family, and sure as hell, you're not my mate. Yeah, I take my place at the summit. I can't wait till we counting them hundreds. I cannot lie, I ain't rich, yeah, but when I say my time coming, it's coming. And some of y'all got ahead of me, to be honest, I wasn't even running. But very soon I'ma run it. I demand it, man, I want it. Push start, ayy. Ball so hard, ayy. Raise the bar, ayy. Turn into a star, ayy. Play my part, yeah. I aim too far. I do it big. I keep it large, okay. Live it up. This is fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. Ain't slowing down, better live it up. About too hard, ayy. What about too hard? Ayy, what about too hard? Ayy, about too hard, ayy. They not gon' like this. Don't like surprises. I cause a crisis. Man, I'm a scientist.
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
Sie sind am Zug. Wechseln Sie jetzt die Internet zur Swisscom und wir schenken Ihnen ein Jahr lang das beliebteste TV der Schweiz und Netflix. Aber nur bis am 5. April.
You ready? Huh? Hey, he's a good boy, huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Psst. Rejoignez maintenant Swisscom pour votre accès Internet et nous vous offrons pendant toute une année la TV préférée de Suisse et Netflix. Mais seulement jusqu'au 5 avril.
What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
And here we are once again.
Here we are again.
That was a quick cut.
That was quick. I just smashed the headphones into my nose. That hurt a little bit.
Can we have
the replay?
Do we have a doctor here?
Do we have a replay of me smashing the headphones into my nose?
I could punch you in the stomach, then you don't feel your nose as
No,
much anymore.
not a good idea.
Not a good idea? Okay, I tried.
No, my stomach could punch back.
Yes.
You know the chi.
The chi.
Do you know about the chi that could punch you back?
I know about cheese.
Cheese. Let's go to the versus screen.
Yes. Because we have another match coming up. That's
my nose hurts a little bit.
That's a beautiful picture, and that is not
wow. I love the
right.
Jesus picture there. Looks beautiful.
That is genius.
Genius
Oh,
Jesus
I
picture.
first thought that's his hair, but it's his
No.
cap.
Yeah, that would be a very nice
I
haircut.
was
No,
like,
but it's his cap. It looks really cool.
Yeah, it does
Really
indeed.
cool
It does
and
indeed.
Amazing.
But that on the right is not Toy Boy. That is Sailor again, if I'm not mistaken.
I've just thought that's the same person again.
But yes, we gonna be looking at another match here, and that will be Jesus.
Finally, we have some achievements here.
And look at this number of top 4 Swisscom Hero League placements. 4
times. I think it was at least twice in the finals.
Yep.
And then twice in the semifinals. Crazy. So we're really gonna see a great player here with Jesus.
Yeah, and every single season he has finished in the top 4 and made it to playoffs. He's not won a single time because there is one man called Senpai Rect who has taken him down every time along the way.
But this season will
might
change
just be
everything. In this season, he's gonna go for Senpai. He wants revenge. He wants to win.
He will just body up with Solag and then just take him down.
Take him down.
Go for that crown once and for all. But we also have the second player here. If we can get him on the screen as well.
That's not
That
him,
is
though.
Toyboy. And he does look differently. I know it. Because he is with our friends at RTS Esport. And we've had him on cams and for
What does
interviews in the
RTS
past.
mean again? Royale? Royale?
Romandie?
I don't remember.
It's a television format of the French-speaking part of Switzerland.
Okay. So
And,
he's been with us, Toyboy.
Oh, there he
since
is. We
season
changed
3.
it. Look at this.
Yeah, that's him.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Handsome Mr. Montel.
Handsome.
We got here. He has only been in the league since season 3. Has played quite well, we gotta say. I'm actually not sure if that's is that correct? Did he join season 3 or just last season?
I don't know.
I think
Well,
just
yes,
last season. Didn't
I'm not sure. Is
Me
it
neither.
already 2 seasons?
Oh, time flies.
Time
Ladies and
flies so
gentlemen.
fast.
But he hasn't finished in
Yeah.
the top 4.
I remember you
either.
with the when you were younger, with the
Yeah.
blondie hair and full hair on the head,
With-
not
with
only
less
on the
hair.
face.
With less hair, probably.
Now the
in
hair's on the
face
face.
and on the head.
No, you still have that phase ahead of you where you actually grow out of your hair.
something like that. I'm pretty sure. But they are already getting geared up here, and I'm quite curious what we gonna be seeing out of these two players here. Of course, both representatives from the Swiss Romandie, and yeah, Jesus, as we already said, a veteran, of course.
Yeah, and he's
Tried and
very nice,
trusted.
very humble,
Yeah.
and very experienced.
True, that is. And he's one of those players who is. I mean, we know his favorite card are the Three Musketeers, and but he's also one of the players. He can pretty much play any type of archetype, and really
Very
surprise you
versatile player.
because he is so good at the basics, like
Yeah.
just the core mechanics of the game. He really has those down, and
He
that
studied the game. He
Yeah.
knows everything about the
Yeah.
game. For him, it's like playing chess.
that is very true.
So
Do you actually play chess?
I used to
Okay.
a
So
little
did
bit.
I.
Yeah.
So did I, not that much anymore these days. But we're ready to jump into the game here. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a look here at
Let's
the
get
duel.
ready to clash.
And already we're
There's the
going
mortar.
right in there with
Yeah,
a
that
skeleton
mortar
barrel.
didn't work because he's got that print.
Mortar also one of the decks.
Oh, Goblin
more and
Barrel.
more.
So
Oh,
that's
look
a
at this.
change of decks compared to the previous match.
Ooh.
Something totally different here. Mortar
Spam,
deck
spam, spam.
and Goblin Barrel deck.
Toyboy here with the log bait here, and on the side of Jesus we have that mortar plus cannon card coming in. As yeah, this is one of those, like, this will be an intense match here.
Yeah, and it's actually weird that Jesus plays the mortar first, because now Toyboy cannot be surprised with the mortar.
Well, do you want to use it more? Like, especially against the skeleton barrel, it's such a good answer here, because you can just pull it to the middle. You
Yeah,
can.
it's almost painful to watch how this mortar just vaporizes there.
Yeah, but then again, he got a
Barb
lot of
barrel.
value out of it. And there,
And the Barb Barrel. Good
taking-
counter. That's gonna be intense. It's gonna come down to chip damage, I guess.
I think so too.
Or a
And,
big mistake.
And like Jesus, he has quite a bit of an advantage here since he is running that fireball, so he can really start
Princess.
chipping away. There's the knight to answer the princess.
Ah, Inferno Tower?
Oh,
Really?
wow. That's interesting, huh? Classic addition though to the log bait deck, kind of, because you want a way to take care of these big heavy tanks. And there yet another skeleton barrel. Will he get a connection though? Yeah,
Goblin
some
barrel.
of those Larrys, they make it to the tower. That's quite a bit of
Larrys.
damage. And he takes both
I
of
haven't
those
heard that
towers.
in a while. The Larrys.
Why is that?
That
I
used to
never
be
know.
very popular when the big Larry came out, the giant skelly.
I've never know where it comes from, but I know it's like they're also.
There used to
called
be an
Larrys.
English streamer
Oh,
that
okay.
always called them Larry.
Okay.
And I feel like that's what started it.
Oh, look at this though. The cannon cart is still alive, and the mortar is also alive and well there. Can he take out the skeletons? Gets another shot with the mortar, taking it to
Beautiful shot.
1600 HP. And there
Graveyard.
is the graveyard.
A graveyard mortar.
Graveyard
That's
mortar
interesting.
cannon card. I will certainly copy this deck.
Will you?
I think.
You
This
know you
looks
have only
interesting.
5 slots to copy decks.
Yeah, I know. This still annoys me. I don't know why. Like, I don't get it. I want more deck slots. There's
You won't-
another mortar
You
now.
won't get them.
Are you sure? Like, this could be a way to make Clash Royale super popular again. Like,
I
here,
don't think that's the way.
3 more deck slots. Suddenly, everyone is excited. Hearthstone did it too. And there is an oh, what was that fireball though? That was a chief pat if I've ever seen one. Talking about old memes here.
Yeah, nobody remembers.
It was not a rocket to be fair, but it still hurt to see that.
I'm actually surprised that you remember the Chief Pat rockets.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta know my memes, you know.
It's been a while.
I pride myself in knowing memes of the
There's
games
the
I
mortar.
play. There's another skeleton barrel here, taking out those.
Maybe I have to dig a little bit into Clash Royale memes. It's been a while.
Do it. What other memes are there?
Yeah, Brawl Stars memes, of course.
Yeah, I mean like Clash Royale memes. Is there in Brawl Stars, is there also all, this is the new strongest deck?
Yeah.
100% busted.
Or I played the new Brawler
Oh, look
first.
at this though. Oh yeah. Look at this though. A lot of those goblins still alive here.
Those Skellies or Larrys, as you call them, they make it really hard here for
Ooh,
Jesus.
didn't
Nice
connect
fireball. Ooh.
The princess
mortar
is super
again.
important there on that defense, but look
And
at that. The
the
musketeer does
muskie.
connect.
That's
That is gonna
our-
be the.
No.
Oh no, it's not. But another fireball here will seal the deal for Jesus in this first game. And
Jesus
there it is.
wins.
This time he hits it.
Jesus wins.
No, like he could have.
he
He
looks
could have
very
already
happy.
won if he hit that first fireball.
Very nice here by Jesus. Great play again. Beautiful. And it wasn't easy because the matchup wasn't easy for Jesus actually.
No.
With
it wasn't.
mortar, I mean, it takes some courage to play a mortar deck in the first match.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then actually play it that strong.
Well, we can say more. I think Mortar's probably in the best state as a card that it's ever been in like the past 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, it's a bit cheeky to play it.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a, it has kind of dodged so many nerfs. Like everything, it's like one of those cases like everything around it gets nerfed, but Mortar never gets touched. It's still, it's a 4
still the
elixir
same thing.
card. It's a building. So very efficient there already. It does AoE damage and actually does significant damage to towers
And
as well.
still, it was rarely played previously.
Yeah, and you could see it there, like that perfect setup. Just playing the mortar in the middle, pulling the skeleton barrel over. But the mortar could not lock onto
next
the
match
flying
already.
barrel. But he could get chip in.
Expo was always more popular than Mortar. But Mortar is a strong card. And maybe
and
it's
I
a
mean,
little bit
Expo-
underused.
Expo has been nerfed in the last patch
So,
actually.
let's bet here. I think Jesus switched the deck.
I think both switched it. By the looks of it. And we actually didn't even mention the bans yet. Toy Boy banned out the Hunter, one of also the strongest cards that are currently in the game, I'd say. And Jesus taking out the Balloon. So
He
a lot of
doesn't like the
balloon
balloon.
hate
Yeah.
here by the looks of
They
it.
don't like the balloon.
I completely understand that. Like,
I don't.
if I have to ban a card, Balloon would be.
Why the balloon?
It's so annoying. It does essentially nothing, but then it deals a lot of damage, and it's like, it's just stupid.
But it's easy to defend.
stupid.
Tell me more. Why do you not like the balloon?
And it has a skeleton in there. That is just so cheeky and like BM. It just like flies up to your tower and drops some bombs on it. I mean, Who came up with that?
It's kind of like the lava hound, isn't it?
No, the lava hound is a beautiful, elegant creature. Look at it as it
Bomb
majestically flies over the bridge there.
It's funny though that we spoke about the lava hound just before, and now we actually see the lava hound here. Maybe Jesus, I know he studies his opponents, and maybe he's seen that Toy Boy actually loves to play lava hound.
This time he does the chief bat here, completely whiffing that fireball. I don't know what he was aiming for there. But that's a lot of damage.
But
here
it's
already
only a
onto
real
that.
pat with a rocket.
Yeah, that's very true.
And
though.
rockets are actually hard to aim. I completely understand. I can relate.
That's like, I mean, maybe this is just your hand like shaking.
No, because the rocket, they just take a very long flight. And
yeah.
It's hard to predict where they actually, when they hit. Not where, but when they hit.
But look at this. Now, another graveyard here being played on the right-hand side. Meanwhile, the cannon card is tanking. The baby dragon does his best, but look at
tower
this.
going almost down here.
Tower
because
is melting.
Toy Boy has Noi
Noi
poison to defend.
Noi poison, okay.
Noi poison.
No poison. There is another fireball now, taking out those archers. But that knight, such an MVP
250.
here.
That's a
tanking
poison.
Everything.
A poison plus will take out that
Poison
tower.
plus a snowball, I think, should seal the deal here. But he does play another cannon card here. Now he has to defend with everything he has, but that's not gonna be enough.
A beautiful win for Jesus.
I'm also gonna like Toy Boy decks. I liked seeing it. I think I might have to change mine.
I like the variety here. Both of them playing different decks, trying different things.
To be fair, Jesus played a graveyard deck twice. So this might just head into the tendency that we saw a lot last season, where for the first like 2 or 3 play days, everybody played like a variety of decks, and then after that, graveyard always won.
Never change the winning system.
That's very true. And
probably.
Graveyard is a nice card.
But at least he didn't play the mortar anymore.
Yeah.
So
not this time. Not this time.
Next we're gonna see probably a golem deck by Jesus.
You think so?
Or a Hog Rider or Sparky.
Or another graveyard.
I still play Sparky decks actually. I love Sparky decks.
Is cool. Sparky is very cool. I just love every card that has cannon card in it. Cannon card
it's always a nice experience when people just leave the game the moment they see the Sparky.
yeah, but I've had that with my Lava Hound deck. When you like punish them well and get a good push, it's like okay.
Those are also some very bad dudes here.
Bad. Those cheeky wall breakers.
Yeah, wall breakers. That's the name.
Ooh,
yeah, we've had a long winter break.
That's always the sad moment when you like. Magic Archer also one of the cards I really like, but it always hurts a bit when you see the fireball flying in.
I forgot all the card names during the winter break, and I think I even switched my games to German. So
forgot all the names. My name is Don Rigoni, by the way.
Ah,
okay. Yeah,
hello.
Pleasure
to meet you.
Yeah. There's gonna be a miner now behind the tower.
Bomb tower, miner deck. So he switched it up again. This time with a miner deck. Probably miner. Balloon. No, he banned.
Oh, okay. Toy Boy is not on point here with his spells. Also missing that bar barrel here. Fortunately for him, it was just like 1 or 2 spear gobs he threw.
And there's the Sparkies. Sparkies, the Zappies again.
Oh, it's actually a giant skelly.
Wow.
Royal Giant deck.
We haven't seen the Royal Giant in a while. Remember the first season? We've seen so many Royal Giants.
Yeah, I still love Royal Giant. I gotta be honest.
You still play him?
Yes.
Oh,
I'll never stop. He's just majestic. Look at the
Royal Giant and Wall Breakers. What's that?
Look at the beard. I mean, how can you say no to that? It's majestic. But as it stands here, a slight damage lead here actually for Toy Boy at the moment. We have another fireball here.
And by the way, this is match point for Jesus if he wins it.
Yes, it is. once again, this would just confirm your theory
Here's the
about the
scepter.
faster deck winning here. Has to use a lot here to defend. Nice tornado there to pull everything away.
I love the golden zappies. They look really nice.
They're just
Like 3 little sparkies.
It's just overkill.
There's the Royal Giant, and he looks just beautiful with that golden gun.
Yeah, it's a golden cannon.
Giant
gold
with the
crown,
golden cannon.
some golden.
It's the Royal
accessories.
007. The Giant with the golden cannon.
Look at this.
That's actually a good ride.
He gets another bit of damage in there. Another round of wall breakers coming in.
Another wall
Miner
breakers.
there to
They're not gonna
tank.
hit.
Not gonna connect though. But Toy Boy once again had to use a lot of elixir to defend this push. And now once again-
Fireball, nice one. Didn't hit the tower though. Royal Giant again. Royal Giant is the man. Royal Giant again, the man with the golden gun.
And there, oof, that's gonna be quite a bit of damage here taken. There
Crossing
is
the
the knight
bridge.
coming in. Musky
Yeah, he's
Musky there to
connected.
help out, but
Royal Giant.
748 HP
Toy
remaining.
Boy here with a very good play.
Finally, Jesus adapting here with his magic archer placement, playing it high.
The goblins! The
So he
goblins
can
doing
get
it.
more value with those continuous fireballs. And there's another warp barrel now. Knight coming in here to tank. And the Knight is also, by the way, pretty good DPS on something.
The Royal Giant
like
is
the Royal
connected,
Giant.
and
Does he get
that's
another hit?
almost tower.
68
One
HP.
fireball.
Can he get it in though? There is the tornado. And now comes in Musketeer there to just absorb a hit.
There's the magical archer.
And
Yeah,
there's the
but there's
fireball, and that's gonna
fireball.
be the 2-for-1 here. Toy Boy taking one back. Very solid defense.
The problem here for Jesus really was the wall breakers. He fully relied on those wall breakers doing damage in combination with the miner, but that didn't work because Toy Boy, he always defended those wall breakers so well.
Yeah, and he kind of didn't get the chance to really defend against the Royal Giant, even though he had kind of an advantage, because Toy Boy always spent a lot of elixir to defend
It's
those
heavy.
to defend those miner plus wall breaker pushes.
And the
That's
Royal
only-
Giant and the Giant Skelly,
Yeah.
they are very expensive,
yeah.
and he played both of them together.
Yeah, that's true. And like the bomb tower, it is a good defensive building, but it's actually pretty lackluster against these heavy tanks.
You love this word.
Lackluster.
Yeah.
Do
What
I
does
say
it
that
even
often?
mean?
It's like it's lacking a lot of things, like things you'd like it to have. It does not provide
Okay.
you with.
Of course, I knew. I just wanted
Yeah,
to explain
yes.
for
You just wanted to
everyone
use
else.
me as a walking dictionary.
So now I didn't understand production. What production just said? Game stats. Also, this match here is gonna take 4 games. So here's the stats for the last game.
Yeah, Toy Boy taking this one here, and as we can see here, yeah, not a lot of troops played. I mean, Toy Boy over the course of that third game, he played 9 less troops than here in total, and that of course makes that bomb tower so like less valuable. If, for example, the win condition from Toy Boy were these like royal recruits, for example, he'd get a lot more value out of something like this, and then could also punish it adequately.
Yeah, and both of them almost no elixir leaked, so they really played it well here.
Yeah. But like, imagine Jesus deck here with an inferno tower instead of the bomb tower. That would already make quite a big difference.
It's
here.
hard though against the Giant Skelly. But then again, I mean, it's 12 elixir just for the Giant Skelly and the Royal Giant.
Yeah.
And he had them on the map together so often. That's incredible.
That is very, very true. And yeah, also like Toy Boy quite a bit more
I think
spell heavy here.
I feel like the real problem here for Jesus is that he does not have a win condition except for the miner and the wall breakers.
Yeah, that can certainly be a problem with this deck. You really rely on these fast cycles. What I also often like, when I personally like, I know this deck like a lot. It's one of my favorite decks actually.
Oh, really?
But I prefer playing
A
it
cheesy deck.
with no, like the wall breaker one, not the Royal Giant.
Yeah, that's the
Giant
one I
Scary.
meant.
Yeah. I actually love playing it with a bats and the Valkyrie
Okay.
instead of the knight. It gets a little heavier, but you actually have good AOE outside of the bomb tower. Plus, you can have a different kind of threat. So if your opponent plays something like the Royal Giant in one lane, you can counter on the opposite lane, for example, with the miner plus the wall breakers plus the bats, for example. That's 6 compared to 7 elixir, but it's very, very heavy and will quite.
I think we're going to the next match already.
Yeah, we can jump into that game here if we are ready. Does not quite work yet, but yeah. Coming back to that point, that's a push that will certainly get you your opponent's tower. Plus, then also like the bats are of course super strong.
I think
into
the match
something
is already
like
running.
It is, yes. But we just don't want to show it. We can maybe you can narrate it.
Maybe we do radio here.
This time they both have a
Jesus
cannon
playing
card.
a
I love it
mortar
already.
Jesus playing mortar deck again, which is a surprise.
back
Actually, I
to that
wouldn't
mortar.
thought that he plays the mortar again.
And look at the cannon card.
And
just
Toy
tanking
Boy
here.
here with lightning. Of course, that's a good counter against the mortar. This is like radio. The Ice Wizard is now on the bridge, attacking.
Yeah, it is low health though, and will fall to that princess.
Maybe
Currently,
we
the
tell
damage
production,
lead
I
for
don't know.
Toy Boy.
Maybe we tell production that we don't see the game.
And there is the
there
knight.
we go.
We are in.
Good.
At last, as you can see, Jesus here is a bit behind in terms of damage.
Yeah,
that was
but
due to a
not
very
much
nice
you
lightning.
missed. Not much you missed in terms of damage.
And there is another mortar now coming down. Musketeer helping out to take out that baby dragon. But with the Barbarian, he actually has a pretty good answer here on the side of Toy Boy against the mortar.
Yeah, not pretty, but good.
That's me.
Cannon card unfortunately stopped here on his own side of the bridge. That's always very annoying. You want it to drop on the other side.
Talking about bats though, something that has, when they got nerfed and they really got it back in November, I think it was, pretty much Spear Goblins
Mortar.
replaced them as a fast cycle card.
And building.
But now they are back.
Yeah, he's got a good
They-
counter here with that Goblin hut. Goblin cage.
The
Good
cannon card, though,
counter
locking onto
to the
that
mortar.
pretty
Now the
quickly.
cannon card maybe crossing the bridge. No, I don't think so. Nah, nice tornado here. I'm
There's
not sure he
defensive mortar.
even needed that tornado, but better be safe than sorry.
Look at this. So many buildings here on the side of Jesus.
Yeah, that mortar cannot break through.
Oh, and there is another graveyard.
Graveyard.
Using what works. But there is actually an Electro Giant coming out from Toyba, but I'm not sure if that's gonna be
No,
enough
the
here against
Skelly's
that
on the
graveyard.
tower.
Look at this. This is the Larry Army.
541. This is match point for Jesus if he wins.
And look at this. The cannon card just chilling outside the damage range there of that Electro Giant. And now, once again, Jesus
41
here with the counter
graveyard.
push.
He
Can
doesn't
he
really
even
have a
defend this?
defense here against Graveyard.
Nope.
Only thing he's got
Yeah,
is
and
the
there's
Ice
the fireball
Wizard.
on
And
top of it.
we have a second winner of the night. It's Jesus.
And yet
Wins the
another
fight.
3-for-1 here for Jesus.
Yeah.
Graveyard seems to be the name of the game.
Name of the game.
I was not sure if that Electro Giant was intended, to be honest. It seemed like
I feel like
either he was like, okay, I have nothing in cycle.
I
and
feel
then
he just wanted
played
to
it.
show us that he also has him.
By the way, I brought the Electro
By
Giant.
the way,
This is
I
the
have
Electro
the
Giant.
Electro guy, and I want to show you.
I mean, it could have kind of worked out, but
No.
that's kind of the problem with
Not really.
with the Electro Giant. It does not. Maybe they should change that. That instead of just damaging units that actually attack him, they would have to change it that it just like does continuous damage in that small area around him. So
I think
you can actually use it against stuff like bats, spear goblins,
Yeah.
and you really have to play around that range.
I think he was really surprised by the Graveyard And that's why he did not have the Ice Wizard. It was basically his only defense, his Ice Wizard against the graveyard.
True. Or of course, well.
So here's the first stat.
Cannon card isn't too bad actually against the graveyard. Plus, you also have the barbell on top of it.
Almost the same amount of buildings and spells. That's interesting. Toy Boy leaked just a little bit more elixir. So that shouldn't be a huge difference. But in the end, it's the small things that make the difference, of course.
Yeah. But like having said that, the spell counter can kind of be misleading because graveyard does count as a spell.
Yeah.
And is essentially the win condition here. But I think both of those, the most used spell here was certainly the bar barrel on both sides. We saw like one lightning in the beginning that netted Toy Boy an early damage advantage. And then after that, you just spam those small spells as things usually go. But yeah, I really like Jesus here coming back into this after going down earlier. He certainly recovered well. And yeah, he really showed his expertise on this deck. I think it was also quite a favorable matchup for him. Because with the mortar plus the cannon card, you have a lot of DPS and at the same time a lot of defense because you just essentially have to kill the cannon card twice. And it's
there we go.
Oh, and there we're back
again.
We're back
see,
with Sailor on the screen.
The average card elixir wins.
Yeah.
Again.
The higher
over 4 matches.
Higher skill deck.
And again, it's just .4 difference in elixir, in heaviness of the deck, and on 4 match. Oh, it's not right. Okay, we're gonna see the correction then.
Are we gonna see us again? That's also lovely. We take it. We miss being in front of the camera, so there we go.
Yeah, every second that we're not in front of the camera seems like a waste of time for the viewers.
Yeah,
that's what you wanted to say. I'm just paraphrasing what you wanted to say.
Definitely so. But I think with our new overviews here,
it looks nice.
It doesn't even need us anymore. We could just narrate in the back as we did there.
Speak for yourself, my friend.
Touché. Yeah, but with that, we're already heading into another small little break of about 5 minutes, but then we're gonna be right back with another 2 games where the reigning king in Senpyrek will take on 2 of his opponents.
4 times champion is gonna play, so be back to see that. Hype!
Look above your head at the moonlit sky. The stardust drips and shines brightly in your eye. So baby, stay with me where the sun doesn't go down, and we will drift away until the day the world stops moving.
Start your esports career now at play.esolgaming.com.
Sie sind am Zug. Wechseln Sie jetzt die Internet zur Swisscom und wir schenken Ihnen ein Jahr lang das beliebteste TV der Schweiz und Netflix. Aber nur bis am 5. April.
You ready? Huh? Hey, easy boy. Huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.esolgaming.com.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.esolgaming.com.
Psst. Rejoignez maintenant Swisscom pour votre accès Internet et nous vous offrons pendant toute une année la TV préférée de Suisse et Netflix. Mais seulement jusqu'au 5 avril.
What's your style? Get your merch at shop.esolgaming.com.
Yes, we're back. This time without any serious injuries.
Yes, for
no,
once.
No headphones.
But I nearly had to take your phone away, young man.
That's just young people like myself.
Yeah.
Love their phones, of course. Sorry.
But of course. The one and only Chief Avalon here next to me. My name being Don Rigoni. We are once again have the pleasure to guide you guys through this season here of the season 5 in the Swisscom Hero League, powered by ESL in Clash Royale, of course, if you haven't noticed yet. And yeah, we're
no, really? I thought it's League of Legends.
I'd be down for that. I don't know if you get along with it. But
but when is League of Legends actually?
League of Legends.
Maybe you want to share.
Unfortunately, won't start until the end of April. We have that one very condensed, but in the last week of April, we're gonna be playing the League.
There
of
he
Legends
is,
once
our
again.
beautiful 4 times champion, Senpai Wrecked,
and
fighting out of the blue corner.
This is actually a rematch here, because on the other side of it we have Touch him. He was he made it all the way to the finals last season after an undefeated season, completely flawless, didn't drop a single match.
Yeah, and then he was very unlucky in the final.
Yeah, he was kind of unhappy with that. Didn't manage to dethrone the king, but now actually has a chance at a potential comeback here tonight. So this is a rematch of our last finals. And yeah, here we have our dear Karan. And you can see there number of top 4 EuroLeague placements. 4.
Yeah, it should actually be number of top 1
yes,
placements.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. It's not just top 4.
He won.
He won all of them.
All of them. And he looks like a champion. Look at him. He looks like a real champion. He's also very nice and humble.
He's our Roger Federer of
yeah.
esports.
He is. Yeah, he needs 50 more seasons.
Yeah,
but besides that, so far,
he's on the best way. He's on the best way.
And then Dachim, he had a rough start in the first 3 SHL seasons.
Yep,
but last time he made it to the final, and that's his one placement that we see here.
Yeah, actually,
he was always the guy that was playing very strong, and then it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, and always unlucky. He was
always
like
unlucky
guy. And then in season 3, he suddenly dialed it up a notch and became better, but then in the end it just wasn't quite enough. But then, of course, last season he really showed up big.
He was great.
So we're curious whether he was also just hibernating or whether he's been training for this season 5.
I hope he practiced a lot. I know he practiced a lot last season for the final. He was practicing like day and night, studying his opponents, and he was well prepared. And it was an unlucky final, so I'm pretty sure he want to prove today, and already in this match he wants to prove something.
Yeah. And by the way, we've been plugging it all over the evening already. Don't forget to follow us on social media if you do not already. There we keep you updated and posted about anything that happens in the Swisscom Hero League. You get all the results, our schedule and matches. You will learn when League of Legends starts, but you will also learn when CSGO starts, namely tomorrow. So we're gonna have for the next 3 weeks. It's always gonna be twice per week. You're gonna be seeing Clash Royale on Mondays and Wednesdays, and then on Tuesday and Thursday you have CSGO coming in until Easter, and then after Easter, which is like the first weekend in April, I think from the 2nd to 5th of April, there will be Easter, and then we have one more day of Clash Royale, and then we're already in the playoffs.
Starting with the first match.
And there we go. Today we're super fast with those games.
Senpai.
Ooh, look at this. Dachim has a new haircut.
Oh yeah.
Or a new hair color at the very least.
Wow.
And he's wearing some glasses. Looks so professional. Incredible. Bands here being the Graveyard coming out from Senpai Rect.
If I seen him like that, I wouldn't have recognized him. He looks so different.
He looks old. So mature.
Yeah.
And he banned out
Not
the
old,
minor in this.
mature.
Mature. You also, no, you don't look old, but you are mature in the very best way.
Senpai, of course, as always, very focused.
And I feel Dachim is maybe playing a clone deck.
That's
here?
the expression we know of Senpai. He's always very focused. He looks kind of chilled, but on the inside, he's very tense and concentrated.
Yeah, he's like in full focus game mode. Dachim here. No, Senpai Rect actually. Also with Giant Skelly, is it Royal Giant Skelly? Royal Giant.
Royal Giant Senpai.
What is this?
Senpai is playing Royal Giant. Come on.
Dachim will just lose the first time.
Has he ever played Royal Giant before?
Senpai Rect? Yes, he won season 1 with
with Royal Giant.
With Royal Giant.
What I've noticed is that Senpai he loves to troll Dachim with his decks, with the troll decks like the Sparky and Royal Giant.
So I didn't even notice. That's why Senpai Rect got such a big punish in, because Dachim is running the elixir pump there.
And the Lava Hound.
And here once again,
is he gonna stop the Lava Hound?
Oh, nice tornado there, pulling away that giant.
Very
skeleton.
Nice push here by Dachim. The Lava. Oh, the clone! What a beautiful clone! We love the beautiful clone. Look at that.
No, we don't. We despise it.
What a beautiful play here.
Oh, but look at the Hunter taking such great care.
That annoying
with
Hunter.
That Electro Spirit. And now after.
Nobody likes him. Nobody likes the Hunter.
Hunter is such a nice
Fisherman.
card.
We all love Fisherman though.
Fisherman's awesome. Look at this. Nice
is a
pull
little
there
bit
on
fishy,
the Lumberjack.
but we love the Fisherman.
Don't bully him. because of that.
Don't bully the fisherman.
By the way,
did you notice how he placed the giant now on that side so that he can't be pulled?
Yep, you can't pull all the way, but look, another Electro Spirit there. Taking care
Beautiful
of that
clones.
bush. He has to be careful here. This could just be the tower here.
Beautiful.
Ooh, last second fisherman there.
Now he
Look
doesn't
at this,
have
by
a
the way. Fun fact,
fireball
you
or
can
anything.
tell how long the rage will last by just looking. It's like a clock.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, and there,
no.
nice log there, last second, and that's gonna be the hit. A second hit, okay, and the fireball just to make sure.
That was so close. Why is he showing the phone at the end of the match?
I don't know. Maybe he wants to flex a little
That
bit.
was interesting.
But
Senpai
Dutch,
just
he
showing off
was
the phone at the end of the match. Maybe to prove that he was playing. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
Do they have to do that?
I
maybe
think so.
To show that they're playing themselves. Maybe
Yeah,
they
probably,
have to do that.
Probably. Dutchim, of course, he seemed really, still really happy, even though he lost that first game. He knew, oh, that was damn close, and it really was. You could feel the tension there. It's like, you know, there are these kind of games that just go like slow and steady. It's like a back and forth, and then there are these kind of games that we saw in the last match between Toy Boy and what's his face? And Jesus, where one of them is just like pushing down the gas pedal and the other one is like stop.
Yeah, but this was very
and
close.
This one is
here.
just like everyone throwing everything at the kitchen
This could
sink
go
at each
both
other.
ways, this match.
Yes, and there we see a bit of the stats here. Only the elixir pump.
Again,
only being
Senpai has
played
the faster
twice.
decks. He played more cards.
Yeah.
A lot more cards actually, almost 1/3.
Yeah, I mean, look at how heavy the deck was. I mean, Dutchim's deck is probably an average of around 5 or around 5 probably. And Senpai Rect is.
I mean, if Datsim
somewhere
had
around
an
4.
Inferno Tower, that would be an easy win for him.
Yeah, I gotta say, I really dislike the elixir pump in this one. I don't think it's necessary in this kind of deck. You
I agree.
You just start pushing in the opposite lane. And
It doesn't really add a lot of value, the elixir pump.
Yeah, it's just, like I said, it's also one of those, like the clone, win more cards, kind of. If your opponent has the fireball against it, you can not just like always draw that one out, but it's like...
I mean, you can try to play a double Lava Hound and then clone the double Lava Hound. That would be very cheesy.
You dreamer.
You dreamer, you.
Well, if you manage to play one Lava Hound and cycle to another and then
We're
clone
going to
it,
the match.
You are my hero.
You're a dreamer.
You're a dreamer.
You're a dreamer, you.
You're a real dreamer.
You're a real dreamer.
But now we're in the second game here.
You're a Bündnerfleisch-Dreamer. but Bündnerfleisch-Dreamer. That was one of the most hilarious jokes I've ever seen. The Bündnerfleisch one. Do you remember that?
It wasn't even a joke.
It wasn't meant as a joke, but it was so funny.
Yeah, it's one of the it's one of my favorite Swiss memes.
From the parliament, it was the most funny I've ever seen.
Maybe also the only one.
No, the one with the Christmas tree was also funny, but that's some time ago.
Yeah, I don't. This also was before my time. Lumberjack, they're getting 2 hits. Actually quite
The
costly
bowler!
in terms of
We don't see the bowler often. Which
And
is
there.
actually weird, because the bowler is a good card.
See, look, there's the balloon. It's so dumb. It does nothing. It just flies
And gets
and then
stuck.
explodes. It's basically inting.
But then also Dutchim has a balloon.
Oh my gosh.
A splash yard.
Oh, there's a freeze.
Beautiful freeze.
Cheesy. But
Cheesy
other princess here
freezy.
takes care of that balloon, and Dutchim is sad. Deservedly so. That's what you get for playing balloon.
No. I agree that we disagree on the balloon.
But with the balloon now not being banned, now both of them like running it here.
I like the balloon, just from the concept. It's a nice car.
Yeah. And so far, like I mean, this gotta be the most diverse start into a season we've had
That's
in terms
true.
of like deck archetypes.
So many different decks.
Yeah.
Not so much in the first match, but since then. the second and this match here.
Like the only thing comparable is like the win condition. Even like you have two decks with essentially the same win conditions, but they look completely different.
Giant Skelly. Oh,
okay.
What's this?
That's a nice.
Just a short interruption.
Shortcut. Heads or something. There's
The
another
lumberjack on
now,
the tower.
sneaking
You
in.
don't want that guy
Lumberjack just
chipping
deals
away the
such
tower.
Disgusting amount of damage.
Yeah.
Also, lumberjack by
bowler.
the way, also a really stupid card.
The bowler. Nice. No pushback on the Skelly, of course.
And there is the tornado. Pulling everything together,
But he also has a tornado dodging. Nice play here.
And there is the fireball coming
And
in.
you
to
may
ensure
not have noticed,
death
but
damage.
Dachim is actually in the lead.
He is now, yeah, after frankly ridiculous.
Beautiful freeze. That's a high skill play
Oh,
here.
he
No,
wants to pull it away. Doesn't
didn't
manage
work.
it. Oh, he doesn't get the connection though. Even
Yeah.
though the balloon is ranged up, he does not. Like, just a sliver.
A little bit unfortunate. A little bit.
Denied. Like, the hand is already in the cookie
Already
jar.
throwing the bomb. Yeah, the hand in the cookie jar.
But then it gets slapped.
No cookies in there.
No cookies.
Definitely no cookies here for Dachim in this match. It's another rough one. There's the balloon. You gotta stop him.
If two dogs
Stop
play
that
against
balloon.
each other, is it also a rough one?
Yeah. A Colonel Ruff's match.
Oh my, okay. Yeah, it's not getting better here.
That has to be a Brawl Stars meme. Rough. A rough match.
See, those I don't understand.
Really? You don't play Brawl Stars?
No.
You're missing out.
I downloaded it once to contact the support because I could not access my account. It didn't help. But there, once again, it's just a fight and a real brawl in this right-hand
Yeah,
lane
it's a
here.
real brawl here.
Lot of value coming out
Clash
though
Royale.
from those giant skellies. And with the fireball,
Ooh,
Senpai
the
Rex
barb.
seems to have the upper hand here.
Ay. Another
Okay,
balloon here.
Probably the last push here for
Dachim
Dachim.
needs it. He needs that balloon.
Okay, does he get the freeze in? He gets the freeze.
There's the
tornado.
freeze. Does he
He
connect?
gets the connection. Oh, beautiful fireball! They're coming out from Senpai Rex. So clutch.
And the overtime ends in
5
seconds.
Can he get the connection?
No, it's too late.
Yeah, he pulls it over. There's
It's
another
too
freeze.
late. Ah, that's such a rough loss here for Dachim.
Dachim, yeah, you can tell.
That
Look at
is
him.
so painful. I mean,
he's a bit annoyed there.
Yeah.
Twice they got
Unlucky.
He got scammed out of that balloon.
Very unlucky for
Yeah.
poor Dachim
Yeah.
there. It was so close. But then again, I mean, Senpai also played it really well, and it was a big brawl. That's the matches we like.
Are they our Brawl Stars?
The Clash Royale. Yeah, I like those
We'll go
big
with
brawls where they're smashing units at each other, really going for victory, not playing all defensive and
Including your
strategic.
favorite card, the giant skeleton.
And you have to be on top of your reflexes if you play like that. So
Yes.
it's a tough match.
I mean, let's be honest. This game really could have gone either way. I mean,
Yes.
we saw Dachim's balloon like twice, nearly connecting.
Like the previous game.
The first was kind of unlucky, to be honest. But then the second one, that fireball just coming in so clutch. And I gotta say, I think Dachim once again here wanted too much. Like last game it was the elixir pump. This time he ran the freeze. I think without the freeze and something like a fireball, for example,
that's true.
he could have been better off. I
But
feel.
then again, if the freeze works, the balloon could just do so much damage.
Yeah, but against
It just
Senpai
didn't
Rex?
work. I beat him before. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
It's possible.
I think if both are on their it feels a little
Maybe a little
cheesy
bit too
slash
aggressive.
disrespectful. You're like, it certainly can work, but I don't think
I wouldn't call it
Senpai Rex is
disrespectful. Call it courageous, maybe.
courageous. Yeah, that's a
Like
nice way of
really
putting it.
trying new things and yeah. not hiding behind proven strategies, not playing it safe, but actually facing the champion courageously.
I think, yeah, but I think then you should, like, preparation is the key to victory, I think, in a match like this. Not cheese, even though
I
cheese
didn't
is
see
nice.
any cheese, I saw freeze. I know where you
We're
saw
just gonna leave it at that and jump into the third game here of this match.
No cheese spell there. Oh, look at this. Dachim sending the lovely Skelly.
Senpai, this time with the Hog Rider.
Yeah, I don't like the Hog Rider.
It's
a 2-0 for Senpai. So,
wants to go
it's
all
match
out
point for him.
Yeah, it could be 2.6.
The pressure's now certainly on Dachim in this match.
This could, like, if we see the can here, it will be like old school 2.6 coming out from Senpai.
I actually like the new looks of Dachim, I have to say.
The old man look?
It's not an old man look.
Okay, it's actually the version with the bomb tower here. He does have the earthquake on the side of Dachim.
Royal Giant.
Royal
That's cheesy.
Getting quite a bit
Speaking
of
of cheesy, but also the Hog Rider is cheesy.
Oh, look at this though. That Hog Rider. Oh, but this time he will get
Fishy!
and he will get the King Tower activation. That helps quite a
Beautiful.
bit
Beautiful.
against the stack.
There you see the real skill of the Royal Giant player. Fishing that Hog Rider.
Just pulling him away. Yeah, I love doing that to Hog Rider players. Not gonna lie.
Again, Fisherman, nice pull. This is a more chilled down match than the previous two matches.
Yeah, it's we actually have room to breathe here.
Yeah, finally, I'm getting some fresh air.
And
It's not
once
really
again,
fresh, but getting some air.
They both see like I kind of missed the memo that you run Giant Skeleton and the Royal Giant together. Apparently. And look at this Royal Giant that just stays unchecked there in the left lane.
It's very heavy, very expensive, but it works.
Yeah. If it looks stupid, but it works, it ain't stupid. As I like to say.
The proof is in the pudding, they say.
What? Don't put
The
stuff
proof's in the pudding.
The proof's in the pudding. I have not heard that one.
Really?
No. I like pudding. That helps.
You can't speak about pudding, you have to test it. And then the
once
proof's in
again.
the pudding.
Nice fisherman.
Yeah, that's actually an easy win here for Dachim. 30 seconds left if he doesn't lose a tower.
Is it down? That's heavier, you know. There's Giant Skeleton once again. Connection there with the
First
Hog
tower
Rider.
for Dachim.
Also has the earthquake here, but with 15 seconds left on the clock, I don't think
Royal
he can
Giant. Senpai
that
needs
damage
another
in.
Hog Rider, but
Yeah,
I feel like he gave up already.
Yeah, I think with the earthquake there in, even though it is the nerfed earthquake,
Yeah,
of
well
course.
played, fair play here of course by Senpai. Well played by Dachim.
Yep.
That was a very relaxed match for us to
that's
watch.
the thing. That's the thing with with
Earth.
earthquake. We had one here
Mother
this
Earth.
today in Bern, by the way.
Yeah, I read about it.
But only like 3.3, and I was like, what is this? Rookie numbers. But yeah, earthquake. It had to be nerfed because apparently it was too efficient for its elixir cost. For 3 elixir, you'd get about as much crown tower damage as a fireball. So it's like, okay, you only play 3/4.
Oh, we're gonna see some stats again.
But it deals more damage. So it was a
So
bit
again,
unfair.
Senpai played more troops. I assume he played the lighter deck.
Yep.
So he's able to-
That's just your claim here.
So
but
he-
yeah, it looks
it
quite
looks
a bit
like-
lighter. Yeah, I think it's not
It's
quite
very
2
fast,
It's not
but
quite 2.9.
I mean,
2.6.
Royal Giant and Giant Skelly, that seems to be the thing.
Yeah, apparently. I might have to give this one a shot. I've been looking for
But
it.
I mean, that's very expensive. Just looking at the decks, you think Hog Rider should win.
Yeah, but it doesn't necessarily have to be, because like the Hog Rider, it's kind of expensive. It's like one of the, like, you want to cycle to as many Hog Riders as you can, but then you have to make maximum use out of something like a knight and those skellies and the archers to defend against the likes of this giant skeleton and the royal giant, which can be quite tough. And they are, what I'd say, like too beefy that you can take them down efficiently.
Yeah. I think I should try this deck too.
Yeah,
Maybe it also works on ladder, actually.
I think so. Like, I think
so. Now
Oh,
by
Dutchim
sending
has
kisses,
vanished from
Dutchim
the
is
screen.
not playing, it seems. He
He's in the
disappeared.
dark.
He leaves his opponent in the dark about his mood.
He's Batman now.
He disappeared.
By the way, I love that the Electro Spirit has a
Outrider,
mustache.
The blue spirit. I don't like him.
The Royal
But the
Hawks,
mustache is actually really cute. Yeah,
Bacon
that's
is
right.
back.
Bacon. Royal Bacon.
This time.
The Baconizer.
Oh, maybe he took a bit of inspiration here from the deck that we saw earlier coming from Sailor.
It's inspiration and transpiration.
Oh my gosh. Once again here the flying machine getting a lot of value in.
Why? But the flying machine was not really successful. We've seen it all the time today.
It was successful.
But yeah.
Like it took
I don't
nearly
know.
the entire scar.
I'm really impressed with the giant skelly, the royal giant skelly. That's
and
impressive.
once again,
one.
it's lava and clone here for the side of Dutchim.
There's the E guy.
And the punish is swift from Zempirect.
Royal Hawks trying to punish the pump.
Yeah, I think that's quite a bit of
not,
damage.
Yeah, it's working well.
Like, it's not bad to have the King Power.
The question is, what
here.
is Dutchim pumping Elixir for? Maybe a golem?
No, a Lava Hand again.
Oh yeah, there he is.
Lava Hand and Clone are the other.
Lava Hound.
I'm guessing.
But
And,
how is he gonna stop those recruits then? They're on the tower.
does a decent job here with
Does he play the clone again?
E-Drag.
Maybe.
Pulling everything together here for that E-Drag.
There's the
now there's the
clone.
clone.
He
but
didn't
it
hit
doesn't-
the Lava Hound. It was a little bit late for the Hound.
That was a bit off.
But the E-Drags... Nope.
And there
Royal
once again the
Hawk,
punishment coming in. But this time he does have to scar me in
Yeah.
cycle, but a good fireball there. Taking out
There's
the
the
scar
next Lava Hound.
Plus junking that Night Witch quite a bit. I mean, Dutchim he's certainly behind in this one, but don't get me wrong, with this kind of deck it can
Beautiful
turn
clone.
so quickly. And
Ah,
there's
nice
defensive
fight, but
fireball
look at
now
that
coming in.
clone!
Oh, look
that
at this.
tower just melting away.
Yeah, that's just gone. And that might just be a 3 crown here. As they're still chipping away, and that's a 3 crown here.
And
for
amazing.
Dutchim.
Is that the first 3 crown we've seen?
Yeah.
In this season?
Yeah.
What a crazy 3 crown win here by
That's just-
Dutchim. See?
That's just disgusting.
See?
this
No,
deck.
that's just why we love clone spells.
Clone is disgusting. Don't at me.
We
Like,
want 3 crowns. We want that. We love that. We need that.
why
That's
do-
a meme,
why
by
do
the
you-
way. A meme you may not know.
Why do you need this? Why do you need this?
Be-
And
because-
production is also against
Yeah,
me on
it's
this
just
one.
spectacular. We want to see those towers going down like that. We
I want
need
to see
that.
it come down to the wire, you know, where every move matters.
We want that.
and
we
not
love
it's just
that.
like one big of. That's just like taking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Every mistake should be punished exactly like that.
Look, if you.
That's the beauty of it.
If you're eating a steak, you want to enjoy it bit by bit
Or
by
just
bit.
swallow the whole steak
Yeah, it's
at
like,
once.
why? Just like a big clump of minced beef. That's
But
basically.
maybe beef is not the right comparison. What about a chocolate cake? Don't you want to
Okay.
just dip your face into that beautiful chocolate
know-
cake and
you know that they're
and
like
swallow the whole chocolate cake at once?
There are
mean-
like two kinds of people. I like to, like a very nice, delicate piece of chocolate cake with maybe a bit of vanilla ice cream and some whipped cream on the side, and you just enjoy it piece by piece. That's nice. That's what.
But it's not spectacular.
Who's what a man or a person
just
of
imagine-
culture does.
But just imagine you take that huge cake and compress it into one tiny
yes,
little
exactly.
truffle.
That's how I'm imagining
and eat that
you
beautiful truffle, and that's what a 3 crown is.
That's what playing
It's a
cologne
beautiful
feels like.
truffle. Just compress everything into one push, and
Yeah,
that's just
and like all shoving it in your face.
That's
It's
beautiful.
messy. It's
no,
messy.
into his face.
It's still messy.
To destroy his tower. We want that. We need that.
I'm all in favor of aesthetics, but I guess we have to agree to disagree there. You saw
Yeah.
some stats. They said some things. It was quite equal, I'd say.
Were they
in
actually
terms
the
of-
right stats?
Yeah, they
I just seen it showed 3-0 something, but that it's a 2-2.
Yeah, it's two for two now. So we're actually going all the way here after Zemperek won the first 2 games quite convincingly. Dutchim managing to come back here and maybe getting his revenge for that lost final after all.
I think Dutchim needs to be rewarded for that beautiful win.
I don't think so.
And maybe that match should count as 2 wins. maybe we should start counting the towers.
Okay, I see.
That would be 3 points here for Dutchim. That's actually an interesting idea to count towers.
Yeah. I'm not quite sure about that. Can we get a competitive ruling in here?
But I mean, it would incentivize pushing for 3 crowns.
Yeah.
Maybe just give 2 points, 2 points for a regular win and 3 points for a 3 crown win.
That would be a
Like in
possibility.
basketball.
Yeah, like the 3-point.
Yeah.
Could be, but then what do you do when you take 2 towers?
That's just a regular 2 point.
No, but like without your opponent taking one of yours.
Bad luck.
Okay.
Either you do a 3 crown or nah.
Okay, never mind.
But 3 crown is just something special.
Yeah. Okay, Zemperek once again here going with the
the-
bacon.
With the
And
bacon.
it looks like Dutchim goes with the disgusting abomination of a deck again.
the
but it's-
beautiful deck by Dutchim.
But this time he does have a bit of an answer here in the form of this goblin cage. And there is once again the flying machine.
Just
Such a
keep
valid
that
point.
goblin in the cage. He's
Okay.
pumping again. I just don't like the pump.
That was quite
I agree
courageous.
with you on that one. The pump.
Oh, look at this though, the adaptation here from Zemperek. Running the poison. He knew, okay, I got this matchup, but I will run the poison instead of the fireball because that just counters the clone. Love it.
But this, we don't want this. We don't need this.
We want it.
It's just waiting.
We don't. I do.
It's just waiting. Now we have some action here with the Lava Hound.
And the Royal Recruit.
Beautiful
Yeah,
Lava Hound
both just
clone
chilling.
attack in the build. There you
Another
go.
E-Drag coming in.
Lava Hound, E-Dragon. Yeah, this. See? We want this. We need this.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
convinced yet.
No.
Just wait a second.
Definitely not.
There's gonna be a beautiful clone.
Will there? No, I don't think he will
No,
use it.
not yet. Well played, he says. Not ready to clone yet.
And there's the Electro Spirit. Oh, such a
Royal Hawks. See? Royal Hawks. We
Look
don't
at
want
this.
that. We don't need that. Bacon.
Look at this. The Lumberjack, he tries, but he doesn't succeed. And the Night Witch also takes a good chunk of damage.
Look at
there.
how fast she is, the witch. Why is nobody playing the new witch?
Because she sucks.
No. She's nice.
The idea is cool.
Yeah, maybe the
It's
Hawks
like-
should be a little bit
I
stronger.
think the inspiration, I forget his name, was it Xerxes? The witch from like, oh, and there the right tower goes down, and the left tower also goes down, and there's the good game coming in from Zemperek. Who's gonna be 3 crowning now, son? Have fun defending this.
At least, if
He
it's
tried.
a 3 crown, it's okay. But it's not. See?
He's at it.
This?
He's at it.
No 3 crown? No, it was a beautiful match.
Yeah.
Well played here by both of them.
Once again here, adaptation takes the game in this one. I mean, I think Dachim, he knew once he saw the poison
Yeah, it
coming
was
out.
very strong
He was
play
like,
by
okay.
Senpai. Unlucky, the first 2 matches for Dachim, very unlucky, very close. Then he came back strong, but in the end here Senpai, with all the experience,
Yeah.
he played it very strong.
He just
well
showed his
deserved.
flexibility at the end. That was certainly
But it
strong.
wasn't a 3 crown, see? That would only give 2 points
Yeah,
and not
sorry.
3 points.
Then I think he'd still win. By
Yeah, he
just
would
by
still
1
win.
point instead of
But
2.
yeah, I mean,
A win is a win, I guess. We can do the Chief Avalon counting system
Yeah.
or the normal
3
count.
crowns should be rewarded.
You can maybe submit that for next season, like as an input, and then we'll consider it, and then we'll deny it and continue on. Like
Exactly. We listen and then we deny.
Yeah, I
We reject.
I hear you, and I acknowledge your opinion,
And then we reject.
and then I ignore it.
And then we feel sad that you had this opinion. Okay.
And there we can see the stats, of course, a little bit skewed here because 2 of those elixir pumps on the side of Touching were a bit trolly after he'd already lost the game. And yeah, this just shows you can leak a lot of elixir and still win the game.
Holy.
If you look at the
Senpai leaked 10 elixir.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
And just here knowing from the, like Touching, he didn't even try to go for the clone because he knew. He was like,
Yeah, you see, he had the clone.
yeah, of course he had the clone. He
But
brought the
just
exact same
because
deck.
you frightened him, so he didn't dare play the clone again.
Yes, I hope so.
That's why.
Now I just have to
You intimidated
beat
him.
it out of him.
You
that he doesn't do
intimidated him so much that he didn't dare to play the clone again.
Yeah, and you know what?
And I was encouraging him.
I'm proud of it.
I encouraged him to play the clone.
If I can, it's like a drug. Don't use clone, not even once. But
Oh.
once again, your prediction
once again,
holds true.
Lower elixir wins.
Yeah, the faster deck here seems to be taking the cake for most of it.
Yeah.
What's interesting though is like the spell percentage, and there's always been around the same number, like always between like 25 and 28% so far, if I'm not mistaken.
And again, you can feel like the difference here in average card elixir is small, but then over 5 matches, it's still a lot.
Yeah,
it's a
that is very
big
true.
difference
That's
in
very
5
true.
matches.
And I mean, we saw this especially like with the Hog Rider deck. That is of course super fast. On the other side, like the
that's
Royal
30.
Recruits plus
Hog
the
Rider is 30.
Hog Rider.
What about Sparky?
I don't know. Sparky doesn't get too much love anymore.
Yeah, I want to see Sparky
I
again.
mean, it
and
got a bit nerfed, didn't it? Like
yeah,
3
what about
patches
the
ago?
Elixir Golem? Remember when we
Well-
had Elixir Golem all over the place?
You can still play it. There are some really cheesy decks with it.
Don't
you
call
should
it
love that.
cheesy. I have the impression that every deck you don't like, you call cheesy.
Yes, because I don't like cheesy decks. It's not the other way around. Of course.
Yeah, sure.
Never. No.
Sure.
No chance of that.
Sure.
happening.
What else? So, did we just hear that we're gonna go into a short break, or did I
think we.
just
I think it's
wish
about
for that?
time, yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna have 5-minute break. After
Yes.
that, we have another amazing Senpai Rect match against another opponent. Of course, he's not gonna play
Kefra,
by
that is.
himself.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no. Like at some point we'll just give him his own league, and he'll be like, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, Kefran, you can play there by yourself.
Maybe we rename it to the Senpai Challenge League.
Yes, exactly. It's just him himself, and not I, but like.
Yeah, him, himself, and him.
Yeah, and he.
So, guys, be back after the short break with us, Cos and Senpai.
yeah. Ay, push start, ayy. Ball so hard, ayy. Raise the bar, ayy. Turn into a star, ayy. Play my part, yeah. I aim too far. I do it big. I keep it large, okay. Live it up. This is fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. Ain't slowing down, better live it up. About too hard, ayy. What? About too hard, ayy. What? About too hard, ayy. About too hard, yeah. I'm killing your favorite rapper, it's minimum effort. Yeah, your corpse getting severed. The industry dry as a desert. Do whatever it is that you think that you're doing, I'm doing it better. Straight W's, that's my letter. Don't got no snakes, only ladders, ayy. They tryna figure out what's on our plate. Infinity sideways, we already ate. Skipping this basic, skipping this classic. Stay out of trouble, now I can relate. Nevertheless, I'm doing great. I just finished this thing, ain't no debate. You ain't my dog, you ain't my family, and sure as hell, you're not my mate. Yeah, I take my place at the summit. I can't wait till we countin' them hundreds. I cannot lie, I ain't rich, yeah, but when I say my time coming, it's coming. And some of y'all got ahead of me, to be honest, I wasn't even running. But very soon I'ma run it. I demand it, man, I want it. Push start, ayy. Ball so hard, ayy.
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
Sie sind am Zug. Wechseln Sie jetzt Ihr Internet zur Swisscom und wir schenken Ihnen ein Jahr lang das beliebteste TV der Schweiz und Netflix. Aber nur bis am 5. April.
You ready? Huh? Hey, he's a good boy. Huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Psst. Rejoignez maintenant Swisscom pour votre accès Internet. Et nous vous offrons pendant toute une année la TV préférée de Suisse et Netflix. Mais seulement jusqu'au 5 avril.
What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Guess who's back? We are back.
Once again.
And no,
no.
Nobody's hurt.
No, yet. Nobody's
hurt.
Yeah, once again,
And
it is I, Don Rigoni, with my dear friend here in Chief Avalon.
By the way, we forgot to mention, as you see here, you can also follow us on social media and get the latest news. You'll find me on Chief Avalon, basically everywhere, on Instagram, on YouTube, on Twitter, on TikTok.
Well, not on Instagram currently.
Yes, just with a little underscore
Oh,
at the end. A small difference for now. And of course, you also find my friend here, Don Rigoni, with Don_Rigoni, also on Twitter, on Instagram, and
Feel
not
free.
on YouTube, but on Twitch as well.
Yes, yes.
So do that, follow us, and get all the news from the source.
Yeah, and also follow ESL Swiss on Facebook, Instagram, on Twitter, of course, to stay up to date. And
With the
have
source of the source.
the source of this. Exactly. And to have some insights as well. We already had some very nice pictures posted for you guys, where you could also get a bit of a look inside our studio, what's happening outside of this square that you usually see from us. But we're actually already up for our last match of tonight.
And I
that
have
will
to
be-
say, it's really worth it to follow ESL Swiss, because they have really nice pictures. They made nice pictures of tonight, of us, of the studio. Check that out. It's really good.
And there we have the last match of the night. That will be Senpai Rect against Kefron. You can also already see a bit of stats coming in here for Senpai Rect, as he already played his match versus Dutchim, of course. And it was quite the clutch deck here. And yeah, this will be something that we're gonna be featuring in the future, of course, as well. If they've played before, we can also show you the deck they last used. You can just get that to maybe grasp an idea or recall back to it, how they played it, and maybe the chances are there that they bring it again, or you can just use it to copy it for yourself and then use it on your own in your own games.
Yeah, just imagine us sitting here for season 20 and Senpai having won 20 seasons.
Imagine. That would be 10 years down the line. Then I would be 36 and you would be dead.
No, I don't think so. You're hoping maybe, but
No.
you want to take over, but that will not happen. In season 20.
Kefran here, he was also one of the players who came in season 2 and had a bit of a rough start back then, but over the seasons he's improved quite a lot, and especially last season I think as well. He looked rather strong and even finished in the top 4, making it all the way to playoffs. Unfortunately not quite making it into the finals, but nevertheless he's improved quite a bit ever since he joined the Swisscom Hero League here, powered by ESL. Yeah, I'm gonna be curious what he's gonna be bringing to the table. He has his special kind of deck that he likes to play. I always forget what it's like. Giant Minion Horde.
But I mean, it's a tough challenge to go
is it
against
a
Senpai
Spark?
in the
I
very
think it's
first
Sparky
match.
as well.
I don't know. I would hope for Sparky, and of course I hope for 3 crown wins. I mean,
Yeah, I mean Giant and Sparky are like your are like a good.
I
good
still
start
play
for-
a lot of Giant Sparky myself.
I
So
see.
no hate against
I-
this deck, please.
Gotta be honest, I prefer it with the Goblin Giant. I like Goblin Giant.
No, I actually switched Goblin Giant for regular Giant.
Okay.
I know. Maybe it started because my Goblin Giant wasn't maxed and the regular Giant was.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
yeah.
that's how it started, and I kind of like it.
What I prefer about the Goblin Giant is that you really counter like the kind of troops that cause you so much trouble usually. It's like 1 elixir more, a little less HP, but for example against things like the bats or even a Skarmy or something, you defend so well because you have
Oh,
those
we're in the first
two,
match.
Spear Goblins on top of it, and there we are. Once again, beautiful picture here in the back from Kefron. So that last time as well. Senpai starts out with the Spear Goblins. I'm curious what we will see from them.
Senpai, he looks like he's just watching the game.
He's chilling.
He's chilling, he's watching, not playing.
He's waiting for the ABV.
Is he still in the military?
Yeah, he is. But he's in the...
Really?
How do you say, like, durchtieren now?
But isn't he in the military for more than a year already?
He's serving like all his days in one go.
But that's just 1 year, isn't it?
Yeah, something like 300. Oh.
Okay.
And again here, Cameron with bringing the sappies to the table, as well as the royal bacon here. And
the bacon.
Senpai with the mortar. Already got some nice value out of that earthquake.
Sappy.
We see a lot of sappies today.
Yeah, they're everywhere. Sappy. Hunter.
What did you eat? What did you have for dinner today?
Same procedure as every season.
Yeah, looks like it. And
James.
Royal Hawks coming in here. Oh, great value onto that bar pot.
Now you have to say, do I have to? And I say, yes, James. Like every season.
Oh.
I actually did watch this New Year's Eve. Dinner for one. Actually, the first time I think I watched the whole thing.
What?
Yeah.
I watch it every year.
Really?
Every year.
No,
Yes.
I usually don't. But this
Same procedure
this
every year.
I watched the whole thing.
My friends are like really not accepting for my love.
It's
of
actually
dinner for one.
funny. I understand it. It's really
It is
funny.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Have you ever watched the parody from Otto?
Not sure. There's the Royal Hawks again.
Oh, look at this. Just the value of... Oh! Kevra missing the fireball.
Uh-oh.
A lot of Chief Pat tonight. Like,
The barbs.
what is this? This
Still
is like...
on the way.
I think
And
this-
the Valkyrie. I mean, that's just like a punch in the face here. The Valkyrie against the Royal Recruits and the Barbs.
I think this was the...
Oh, that's gonna
like
be a rough
This
mortar.
was like the fourth fireball that we've seen
Bomb!
completely
That's
whiffed
a nice
tonight.
one. And
Look
the
at it.
mortar.
Yeah. Plus the earthquake.
Yeah, what
I think
just
this
killed
gonna
that
be-
mortar there? That was weird.
Wasn't there Royal
Was it the
Recruits?
flying machine? Was it the
Yeah.
recruit? I don't know.
Or a combination of both.
The
Maybe.
Valk is trying to defend.
Oh, look at
Another
this.
mortar.
Just
Mortar! Mortar! Shooting!
I don't even at this point.
Mortar!
Whatever you're taking, Chief, take less.
No!
Please. Do it for us.
And where would all the fun go?
Yeah, that's true.
Another flying machine. That's actually really good here. Senpai.
But like, just something. The very moment you see a green dragon flying around, not on the screen, please tell me, and we're gonna get you help.
It's usually pink, so don't worry.
Okay, it's fine. 39 HP
Royal Hawks.
remaining here. That's
Okay.
one more log.
Good
And then
fireball.
that's gonna be done and dusted.
That's it. Done. Destroyed. Earthquake on the tower.
We're waiting. Oh yeah.
Mortar. And it's gone.
It's like we should have elevator music for these kind of situations where it's
Yeah,
just like,
it's
oh yeah,
just-
we're just gonna wait for that next spell cycle, and then it's gonna be
Mortar.
over.
Yeah, that was well played by Senpai.
It
Really
was.
rough
And there,
start for
look,
Kefran
we
here.
replaced you with a deck
Yeah,
now.
see? Hey, I'm here. I'm still here. Hello.
Can I also hide behind?
No,
Oh, I can't.
don't come too
I'm
close.
not.
You know, 2 meters. We're
Yes.
safe.
Yes.
So yeah, I have the deck, you see, because I have all the deck expertise. That's why the decks are here
I
with
see.
me.
It would
The
be really
force
cool
of
if
the
you- if
deck
you,
is
like,
with me.
Could move it around, you know, if I could like.
No, you can't. The force of the deck stays
Production,
with
can
me.
I like push it out of the screen?
Me or the deck?
Preferably.
I can just pick a
Ideally
card here,
both.
like I pick mortar and then
Yes. I take
flip
I
it.
take some bacon. Oh,
No.
it doesn't work.
No bacon for you. Yeah, that's
Doesn't
just
work.
because
I can pat the goblin.
the Keep your hands to yourself, my friend.
I'm just patting the goblin.
Even though
not
I'm
your goblin.
Even though I'm behind the cards,
Yes.
the intention is not that your hand is on my side of the table.
Yeah, that,
you know?
that makes sense.
That makes sense. Even though you
now we have
wanna,
a different
even
deck.
though you
Now I
wanna
can-
grab the
now
bacon.
now I can pet the
Yeah, you wanna grab the
electric
bacon.
spirit.
Be honest, but I'm not giving you the bacon.
that's fair. Take then you can take the
You
bacon.
can have here.
But here, have the
the
bacon.
fireball, maybe. You want the fireball?
Oh, now it's gone.
Yes.
You can cast
We're
magic.
back.
Fireball.
Yes, who's back? Yeah, I would have had another joke in mind with the fireball, but we're not gonna give that joke because we have a young audience.
Okay. I thought you wanted to start like a pitbull song or something.
No.
So let's have a quick peek here at the stats for this past game. You can also see the decks on top. Again, if you want to copy those and use for yourselves.
I don't want to.
You don't want to?
Maybe the mortar.
Maybe the mortar?
Maybe the mortar and the hawks.
It was quite unfortunate because I didn't even mention it. I said that the earthquake was changed because it was
Yeah, you
dealing more
said that
damage
already
to the-
4 times today.
Yes, but I didn't say what specifically they then changed because they they did an emergency maintenance.
Emergency.
Yeah, emergency.
Yeah, what else with an
maintenance.
earthquake? It's an earthquake, man. It gotta be emergency.
Yes, and they decreased the crown tower
come
damage
on.
by 15%.
If it's an earthquake, you just take your time and fix it with the next update. No, it's an earthquake.
When you're in an earthquake, you have to duck and cover. You have
Yeah.
to go under the table. Like this.
Yeah, get into the
Did you ever
frame of
see
a
that?
door and
Duck and
protect
cover?
yourself. Yeah. See that prince? He was shouting, "Mortar! Mortar!" Oh, okay. Let's get a little bit serious, can we?
Can you?
Can we?
That's a ton of damage already here coming
Yes.
in for Kevron.
Inferno.
A bit unfortunate there. To be fair, pulling the skeleton barrel is quite hard.
But I mean,
especially
the
when
Valk,
placed.
she was also courageous going for the Inferno
Oh,
Tower.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
that was
a
a pat
That's
rocket.
a rocket.
That was a pat
No,
rocket.
it hit
Did
the
it hit?
tower.
No.
It hit the tower.
You sure?
Why would it be at 2,164 HP?
Because he hit before. I don't know. How should I tell?
By having eyes?
I didn't see it hit.
Yeah. He gets
Oh.
senile, he gets blind, it just happens.
Blinded by your beauty. That may
Oh.
be it.
Oh, okay. Now he's safe.
Nice Valkyrie.
Look at this. The dangerous redhead now crossing the bridge. And once again, there's the Inferno Tower to absorb it here.
And another pat rocket.
No, it did hit.
Yeah, that one hit. I saw it.
And look at the Larry. Oh, it does not quite manage. to-
Larry getting burned.
Senpai is a bit
Senpai.
sad.
Very
Sad.
angry here that his Larry got burned.
Angry Senpai. There's another knight.
That
And
gotta hurt.
This is also, by the way,
Goblin Baron.
but this is a cool annoying card. Dart
Which
Goblin.
one? Dart Goblin. Yeah.
Because he's so fast, I always mess it up like properly, like timing.
And he's
to-
also
to
squishy.
defense against.
He's strong and but gets
Yeah.
easily destroyed.
He's the definition
Oh.
of a glass cannon.
Oh, that was an unfortunate Inferno Tower there.
He's just cycling those rockets over and
Sent
over.
by trolling him with the rocket cycle.
No, I think he's doing fine because he only like wants to react in this kind of matchup.
Yeah, but basically look at the deck. The only win condition is the rocket.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he hasn't shown his last card. Neither has Kevron, to be fair.
It's probably an expo. I assume it's an expo, the last
think
card.
so?
No,
Oh,
it's
no, it's
poison.
poison.
Yeah, so see? It's basically a rocket poison cycle.
And there's another lock.
That's gotta be the worst deck we've seen today.
Which one?
This one. It's just a rocket cycle deck.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So
That's actually cool.
So
though.
you complain about clone, but this is okay?
Yes, this is skilled. To be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, timing those properly, managing your elixir.
However, Kefran is winning. You
So
may
far,
not have
yeah.
noticed due to your bias.
I'm not biased. I'm completely neutral. I'm as neutral as
There's
it
the next
gets.
Goblin Barrel.
No, he does have the lock
Doesn't
though.
hit.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
a
he's
tough
got
one.
to speed up that rocket cycle now. Not much missing here for Kefran. There's the poison.
Ooh, very nicely here. He was just ready for that princess.
There's the Goblin Barrel. And he does have the lock though.
Lock coming in once again, and we see another rocket.
See this? We don't want this.
We want this. I want this.
The rocket cycle, really?
I want this. This is
That's cheesy.
It's kind of funny.
Speaking of cheesy,
Ooh, and there's also tomato. It's something different for us.
Skelly Barrel. Again.
Oh, let's get another absorber. And like the only form of
32.
damage Kefran has currently
Is
are the logs.
Yeah. 160 and another Goblin Barrel.
Does he have the log? Oh,
Ooh, that was close.
That was really close. Playing it in the front there.
Yeah.
Another log now coming in. 88.
88. You hardly see how he's doing the damage there. There's the Goblin Barrel.
Ooh. That was too close.
And what's the last
But
card?
it's one. Yeah,
There's the
one.
rocket. No!
Oh, it's 88.
Well played.
Oh, with
no!
the tornado! He finishes it! Oh my gosh, that was just mean.
That is such a
can't do him like
cheesy
that.
deck.
Oh my
here.
gosh.
The rocket cycle. Come on, man. Now you have to complain about that one too. You complain about
beautiful.
clone. What about that?
That's skill. This is like etching out every bit of elixir, collecting it, and then throwing it at
It's
your
actually
opponent's tower.
true. It's actually true that it requires skill to win with that deck.
Yeah.
But still, it's a cheesy deck.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, good. We agree on that one.
Yes. Still deserve it.
It was interesting though.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
fun.
we didn't see
I mean, in the end, all that matters, it's fun. So
Did we see the Skarmy even once? I don't think
the
so.
Skarmy.
Yeah,
I
from
don't know.
Kefran. Yeah, I'm not
So,
sure. But yeah,
can you please say something to this horrible deck that we're seeing there?
it's very nice. It has 4 spells in it, as you can see. But even though Kefran actually played more spells, that's because his only spell was the log, and he just spammed that because it was his basically only form of direct damage he had.
He almost
And,
made it.
And Senpyrek played around the princess super well, because in those kind of scenarios, one time having the he couldn't afford to even use the log once aggressively, because he always had to have it ready for the Goblin Barrel. And then, if you always have to use that for the Goblin Barrel, you of course can never use it on the princess. So you have to catch every single princess, because otherwise she's gonna chip away at your princess tower as well.
Okay,
And
Sheldon.
Senpyrek did that perfectly.
Well explained, Sheldon.
You're welcome.
It's still an ugly deck.
There's
I will
beauty. There's beauty
the
in its
beauty in the
simplicity.
beast, you mean? There's
Yeah.
beauty in this beast of a deck.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, at least it was fun to watch.
It definitely was. I was like, in the beginning, I was like, is he just trolling? Why is he throwing out the rocket?
I mean, it
single
takes
elixir?
courage to play this kind of deck.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, maybe. So. And one, but like on a more serious note, playing something like this, if you know how to do it, this is like the way where you can really catch your opponent off guard. I mean, the first
Or getting caught
yeah,
off guard.
like in the beginning.
Whatever.
But imagine a world where Senpai didn't just lose 750 HP on his left-hand tower because he messed up the tornado on the skeleton barrel. If he hit that, put it to the king
Well,
tower
if-
and gotten the king tower
I
activation.
hear so many ifs there.
In a perfect world.
That's not what happened.
Yeah, it wasn't. But it could have, and it should have, arguably.
It should not have, and it didn't.
Haters. Haters.
But it was fun.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Now,
but
what would
in the
really
end-
be courage if Senpai plays it again.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, now he waits and he whips it up in the next finals, and then everyone is like,
I will have to have a serious talk with our friend Senpai here about this deck.
True that.
I mean, can you imagine the psychological damage that Kefran is taking from losing against this kind of deck? That must hurt.
Yeah, probably does. Probably does. But with that, we're actually at a 2-for-1 here.
Okay, let's go.
In favor of Senpai Rek.
Let's
so
go.
Only one more game here that separates him. And once again, didn't even mention the bands. It's the Graveyard here, banned out by Senpai
And the
Rek.
balloon.
And the balloon from Kefran.
Miner. No rocket.
Not this time, at least.
I
There's a
imagine
bomber.
Senpai will play the clone deck now, and then you will say that it's a beautiful deck.
No, I won't.
Okay, we'll see.
I never, nothing that has clone or freeze in it is beautiful. I'm sorry. There cannot be beauty in this.
We'll see.
Zap.
I kind of hope he plays the clone now.
Yeah. You know, talking about mental.
Ooh, the Valk getting too
Nice.
hits.
And there is Tesla. Takes a break. I think Tesla is also such an underrated card. I feel. It's so strong.
Well played, he says. Good game, he says.
What is it?
Golem.
Okay, there it is.
Finally.
Kefran, our known golem player. Here.
Finally, the big boy is on the way. Enough of the talk, let's do the walk. With a bomber. I dislike this little guy so much. Because the bomber does so much damage.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It can be so annoying.
Look at this, nearly 2 shots. The E-Wiz.
It was a
Does
good
manage
push
to
for
turn around.
Kefran. Miner.
There's
Yeah.
the miner. I think this is just a miner control deck.
Yeah, he doesn't have good ground units here to defend against miners.
Yeah, really not. You could use the golem. Or there's another ice spirit. Making sure the Mega Minion
There's
there
the
goes
golem.
down. And once again.
Big boy on the way. Again,
Oh,
poison.
Instant poison.
Somebody shaking his head. A viewer shaking his head. Can't believe what's happening here.
I like this.
See the bomber?
This is a heads-up play. How to take care of the golem 101.
Why does he not play miner on the on the bomber here? That was an interesting play here by Senpai.
Because he needs the damage probably. Like his
But
only
bomber
form,
was so much
his
value.
only form of damage is poison and the miner. So I
Kefran
don't
also
think,
has
I don't
lightning.
think you ever want to use a defensive here. Just go for chip.
Chippity chip.
Chippity chip. Okay, yeah, he also has the lot.
And I mean the lightning will also do a lot of damage once played on the tower.
That's right. Can you get that golem down
Yeah,
in time before
golem.
it explodes?
No,
Yeah.
too early. A little bit too early, but the baby dragon is on the tower.
Yeah, and the small golemites as well. And
there's the lightning.
That was nice and in sync. There's the ice spirit now coming down onto that night witch. There's the well played. Another lightning here. Should
Yeah, the lightning
seal the deal. I
could end it.
think. But there's another
Painful and
miner
quick.
now.
There's the poison. You gotta stop that miner.
Can he do it?
I don't know. The lightning, is it enough?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Kefran.
I was not sure how much damage it does.
Yeah,
but
not
I
exactly.
believe-
Usually you know all those numbers.
I'm sorry. I was a bad Sheldon.
Bad prepared.
Sorry.
I mean, I rely on you knowing all the numbers
Yeah.
here.
Next, I will know it on Wednesday.
Okay. Yeah.
Then you can ask.
Get prepared.
Yes. I
Bring
will.
those numbers.
I will.
Good.
That-
I will ask you the poison, the sap, lightning, earthquake. You gotta know those numbers.
Fireball, rocket.
Fireball, rocket.
Yeah. Snowball. Yeah.
All of those. There you
Talking
see
about
the deck.
numbers. Yesterday was was a pie day. Did you know?
No, and I didn't have pie.
No, not pie with an E, just the number pi.
Ah, okay. I was thinking of apple pie or
because
something.
It's the 14th of March, 3.14 in like US.
Okay,
Vikings
Sheldon.
style.
You're really trying to convince us here of your Sheldonness.
I'm just pointing out the fun fact.
Sheldonness.
Sheldon.
Yeah, I of course I'm currently watching the final seasons.
What?
Big Bang
Oh,
Theory.
Big Bang Theory. Yeah.
That's why. And
okay.
I'm recognizing similarities here.
Damn it. My secret has been uncovered. I wish I was as smart as him. Then it would like.
Your
actually be
Sheldonness is getting discovered.
It's just my awkwardness that's similar. Not.
Yeah, I mean the awkward part.
Yeah. Not the brain part.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
But yeah, as I said, I'm very nice with you this season.
Yeah, I can tell.
They're eating cookies.
They're just a small dance off here.
Yeah,
But
Moda, Moda. That's what he cries. You see.
And some nice kisses. Oh, that's lovely.
Lovely.
That's good. I think he anticipates another golem here. Hence, of course, the very nice hunter.
Still match point here for Senpai.
And there goes Kaboom.
Kaboom.
Kablambi.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, and this time he has the giant skelly. Your favorite card of all.
He's gonna push him to his own tower.
The chalky
Yeah, it's
boy.
already going down.
Oh, look at this.
Oh,
This is
that's
good.
painful though.
Read-
Waking up the king.
Read him like a book. I say. Read him like a. Those two bats though, they're super.
A lot of
annoying.
fishing there.
They get quite a bit of damage here. And look who it is. Our good friends. Mini P.E.K.K.A. though. Such an annoying card.
See?
As a
Royal Giant, no
player,
damage. Zero.
yeah.
Nothing.
Mini P.E.K.K.A's just OP.
No do. Nothing.
We don't want that.
We don't want
mini
that.
P.E.K.K.As. We don't need that.
We need that. We want that.
Nope. There's another giant skeleton.
Yeah. We don't want him. He's countering him with the golem. But
Actually,
the thing is,
interesting. One thing for our viewers here to take for their own playbook here, look at how Kefron plays the golem.
and the fisherman.
And the Night Witch. He plays the Night Witch first and then like closes her in there right in front of the tower.
Golems on the tower. That one was actually really good. Now you have to stop that giant skelly. Oh, again!
Oh no, very nice though.
Giant.
But look
Royal.
at this. Now he gets pulled away there, the Mini P.E.K.K.A. The Mini P.E.K.K.A. dies. That's
But
still a very
also
healthy
Senpai
Royal
is
Giant.
now playing that Royal Giant Skelly.
Yeah, I'll definitely come.
Everyone plays it.
Give this
Everyone.
a shot. 1100.
Good
Oh,
lightning.
nice lightning there. Getting
Beautiful.
a big chunk of damage, plus killing the hunter
Yeah, that.
right away.
There he is, the Royal Giant. Get
Nicely now playing
Two-
around
two
that
shots.
fisherman.
Mini P.E.K.K.A. Not gonna
Nicely
make it.
absorbing them though with the skeletons. Not in lightning range. He does not want to give him any more value there.
Another Royal Giant.
Oh, I hate when this happens.
Difficult to
Okay.
defend.
Pull it over.
One shot,
Two
shots.
100 HP remaining. That's one
And
fireball.
there's
And
a
Senpai.
fireball, and Senpai wins his second match of the evening.
This was a little anticlimactic in the end, but like Senpai, this was nice to see like how they were adapting like on the fly. You could see, okay, yeah, he knew, okay, there's the Mini P.E.K.K.A. coming out. He used the fisherman. Then he Kefron adapted by playing the Night Witch in front of it, so he would hook the Night Witch first, and
Yeah.
not right away the Mini P.E.K.K.A. So good play
It
on both
seems
sides.
it seems like that Royal Giant Skelly is a thing.
Yeah. Wait, I'll take a picture real quick.
It's painful. Yeah, make a photo. Everybody screenshot this deck.
Yes.
It seems to be a thing.
Let's plague the ladder with it.
Yeah, it could work on ladder actually.
Because it's like it's very good because it's in the slot. Like the classic version runs E-Wiz instead of the Electro.
But Royal Giant isn't so strong.
And Baby Dragon
in the higher ranges on ladder.
It is. It's not bad. It's always
not
solid,
bad. Yeah.
It's very annoying if players have Skarmy or stuff like that. But that's just unfair. It's just cheating, basically. No, but I think I honestly think like the which I think it's interesting that we've seen this combo multiple times tonight, because the Giant Skelly fulfills a very nice niche.
First blood.
And,
What does first blood mean?
And apparently Senpai Rect likes Dust too a lot, so there's that.
What did first blood mean on that chart?
When he
it just
took
disappeared.
the first tower or killed the first troop, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big
First blood. I didn't even know that those stats are available.
Yeah, I wonder when the last blood was in this game.
So did he already get used to this new beautiful green?
It's so lovely. It looks fantastic.
It kind of looks like a map of Switzerland.
Oh, a little bit. I
A little
guess.
bit.
Yeah. It feels very like with this new kind of look at the background. It feels like we're really sitting in like a new studio.
Yeah.
Of sorts.
Yeah. It's the same studio.
Yeah.
But we have to say one thing is really better. It's not as hot in here anymore.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
We have new light and that's a lot better. We used to sweat, especially in the summer. It was so hot in here.
Yeah. Unfortunately, no free hammam though. Like
Yeah.
anymore, so. Ha! Look, your theory has been busted.
Myth busted.
Yeah.
Yeah, this time he played it cheaper and still lost.
But a lot of spells actually played from Kefran. A small note though for Semparek, I think this is now his overall. We'll have to check it with production real quickly. Is that his stats now from the entire season or just of this game? Okay, so this is like this game
is from
against
all
Kefran,
the
but
games.
also including the stats from Dutch. So it's a little skewed.
It's all the games from today that we've seen of Senpai. So, but we can definitely tell Senpai loves the decks around 3.5 to maximum of 4 elixir. That's what he plays. Kefran goes a little bit lighter here with 3.25.
Yeah, which is interesting because like he's known as he has a special kind of deck, and then he's also quite known for being a golem player.
He played
not
golem.
necessarily the how can I say like not
That's his
necessarily
average.
the cheapest decks. By the way, talking about cheese and golem, there's actually also I just saw, I think by Morton it was, a golem deck that also uses clone, where it's basically the game plan that you use for the elixir golem, but instead of rage you just use clone once you're at the tower, and then you just get big explosions everywhere.
Yeah, that was it's really interesting. I would love to see that golem deck again. It must be a really cheap golem deck actually.
It's Nightwitch. I took a picture.
Yeah, we checked that afterwards. Maybe you also took pictures, but then I'd recommend you try that Royal Giant Skelly deck, because that one seems to be really powerful. We've seen it at least 5 times today.
And of
that
course,
was crazy.
Feel free to let us know or tag us, be it on Instagram or on Twitter. That would be at Chief Alon for Chief here next to me, or at Don_Rigoni if you want to share any like progress you've made on certain decks, or if you've gotten some inspiration here tonight from the league. Also, of course, drop our players at follow and the league itself, the Swisscom Hero League itself, at ESL Swiss, where you can stay up to date with anything that happens in and around the league. I mean, we had some super nice events also this past off season. Just last Friday we had an esports workshop that also took place here in our beautiful studio in Bern, and then of course back in December we hosted a charity stream featuring Among Us with some nice personalities from the soccer club in Ibe, and also some some snow athletes, as well as a couple of influencers, which was a super fun event, and we actually managed to collect quite a bit of money for various foundations, and I really hope we get to do that again soon. But enough talk about our league. Let's have a look here at how things stand after game day number 1 here in Clash Royale of the Swisscom Hero League.
Of course, our number 1 is Senpai again.
He'll just stay up there. We thought we'll let him have 2 games on the first day, so he could take his first place right away. And
he's the only one with 2 games though, so.
And we don't have to change anything anymore.
But then, not surprisingly, Jesus and Sailor here also on the 2nd place.
Yep.
And then Dachim, he was unlucky today. He's on the 3rd place with everybody else at the moment.
Yeah. And then of course one player that we have not seen today yet is of course Solak. He will make his first appearance, I believe, on Wednesday, so you can certainly look forward to that, because as I already mentioned, he's a very, very talented player, so good on a variety of decks, and he might just be the one to finally take the crown from Senpai Rect, our reigning 4 times champion at this point.
And as you just mentioned, we'll be back on Wednesday with more Clash Royale matches, so don't miss that one.
Yeah, once again, we're starting at 8 o'clock in the evening as usual. If you want to see more of the Swisscom Hero League powered by ESL, you can also tune in tomorrow, again at 8 o'clock, and on Thursday for some CSGO action, and then for League of Legends, we're gonna be starting at the end of April. There you'll have a full week of action. Actually, the qualifiers will also take place, so if you and a couple of friends want to take a shot as well and participate in the Swisscom Hero League, you can do so still for League of Legends. The qualifiers there will be hosted on the 10th and 11th of April, if I'm not mistaken, and yeah, you can try and make it all the way to the finals, have some great games along the way, and maybe even take home a bit of the prize money that we got ready for you guys this season again. So yeah, a lot of esports action coming your way. We're certainly looking forward to it. Even
8 more match days in Clash Royale.
Yeah.
And I'm especially looking forward to the grand final. I hope it will be at the location where we will be able to meet the fans. That would be very cool.
We'll of course have to look how things will develop until then. I think everybody currently in Switzerland can relate that things tend to be a bit uncertain and up and down from time to time. So time will have to tell, but nevertheless, I am of course super happy that once again we get to watch some fantastic games with you guys out there, and of course with you, my dear friend. And yeah, it's just great to be back in the studio here. We're looking forward to a lot more action in the following weeks, and yeah.
I hope you enjoyed this beautiful show we had for you today. I hope to see you again on Wednesday. Stay healthy and strong and happy.
And don't play clone.
And play clone whenever you feel like playing the clone. Do it. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you again next Wednesday.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
Sie sind am Zug. Wechseln Sie jetzt Ihr Internet zur Swisscom und wir schenken Ihnen ein Jahr lang das beliebteste TV der Schweiz und Netflix. Aber nur bis am 5. April.
You ready? Huh? Hey, he's a good boy. Huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Psst. Rejoignez maintenant Swisscom pour votre accès Internet et nous vous offrons pendant toute une année la TV préférée de Suisse et Netflix. Mais seulement jusqu'au 5 avril.
What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Can't take it back. I know what I want, but it seems so damn far away. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me. And you say you wanna be somebody. You got a voice, then you better use it. Tell yourself day after day it's time to prove it. No days off, keep the hustle moving. Wanna see you be what you want it to be, prove it. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me. And you say you wanna be somebody. was born like a fire in the eye of a hurricane. Always told, stay in line, be alright, better play it safe. I walk a different path, nothing can hold me back. I've passed the point of no return, something is calling me, it's in the air that I breathe. Bring me back to life again. Let's get it.